Right. Oh, well, hello, Ghost. Right. Thanks for coming in, Ghost. Couple of things I want to ask you, Ghost. You know, is first of all, if you don't mind, that is, if you don't mind answering, all I see is a question. Okay. Right. Howdy, partners. Hello there. So, right. Okay. So, this is what we'll be doing today. Lost the Legacy. I just stumbled across this, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. Yeah, I just want to ask you, Ghost. You sent me those two pictures. You sent me two photos. One of the guy with no hands, and one with, well, I don't know who it is now, but they were sat down in the Riverwood trailer, and I looked at it and it had a name underneath saying Camilla, so I thought it was Camilla. So I said Camilla, and then you came back with the first one, say that was Irilith, and so which I questioned because I thought, well, it says Camilla, but then you told me if you look close it's Irilith. And when I looked again, I thought it does look a bit like Irilith, and then you sent me just the other day where you said the opposite. So I'm totally confused now on which one's right. Unless you sent me two, and I didn't notice that you sent me two. So that's the only other thing I could think of, and each one was a different one. But it did kind of throw me a little bit. Because I thought it was odd that Irilith was there. Oh, I see, Irilith was standing nearby or something. Right, oh, okay. Alright, Ghost, okay, I kind of understand now. Thanks very much for clearing it up, because I thought I was going, my brain was dying. So anyway, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so today, so welcome back. Lost Legacy we're doing today. So what I did was every now and again I've been going back to Boulder to see if the quest would trigger about the hidden source of Stalrum. So I've done this 2 or 3 times now. So I went back this time, and it actually triggered, and I returned the map to him, and it did continue with the conversation. And then I said I would do that, and then as I turned away, this guy called Tharstan, you've been writing down your 600 plus mods. Oh, okay. 600, nice. So then Tharstan came up to me and said he'd recently discovered an unearthed entrance to an old crypt, and he offered to hire me as protection while we explored the crypt, and asked me to meet him there if I was interested, which is what happened. So we've now opened this quest. So I couldn't stop it because I was stuck in the conversation, and I didn't want to back out in case I ruined it, because the other option was not to be interested. So, and then Frea came up and asked me something as well, so I got stuck between all these things and trying to stop it so that you wouldn't miss it all. So yeah, I like forced stop it as soon as I could. This is the 2 claw quest. Oh, okay, Ghost. Right, because as much as I know about the 2 claw one and all that kind of stuff, yeah, I never can associate with what they are. Alright, so we'll get rid of the glasses, we don't need those anymore. So I've got that. I got my eye test in about a week, where it should come out with a fantastic result. The split coal one. Oh right, okay. Oh right, it's that one. See, I've only ever done these things twice ever, so this is why I'm a bit out of that. Right, so then
my
Frea
father was
said
a
something
noble
as well.
And a true Skal.
So let's continue what I was doing now. Right, so are you sure you're ready to be a shaman of the Skal? Says Claw Dius. Oh, sorry, I forgot it was Claw Dius.
I have been preparing for it all my life. There is no question that I'm ready, but...
But what? What is it? So,
it is not right that I should say this, because I must honor my father's wishes, but this is a path I never chose. I always thought that I would be a great hunter, or even the village chieftain.
Well, that could still happen, couldn't it?
Not if Fenari has anything to say about it. When it comes to being chieftain, she is like a wolf with her jaws clamped tight upon a fresh kill. But that's all right. The Skal need a shaman, and I know that is my place.
Beautifully negotiated around there. So, where is your mother? So, I hope you don't mind the voice.
She
If you
died
do
when I
object,
was very young. She was
please
caught
let
in
me
a
know.
terrible snowstorm while returning home from gathering firewood. You must understand that for the Skal, life is a constant hardship. We take
don't
nothing
worry.
for granted. We cannot afford to. Between the wolves, the weather, and the threats in the south, even a simple task like gathering wood for the fire can turn deadly in an instant.
She's right there. So, why don't you live somewhere else, safer?
We are bound to this land, like a great
if you don't
pine
mind.
with roots that run as deep as the tree is tall. I know it must seem strange to you, but for us, the thought of leaving our village is equally strange. The land and the Skal are one. There is no other way to say it.
Right, okay, so, now I won't ask her to join me. I know the feeling. I feel like I'm going to die shoveling my... just put the glasses on a second. It's the only time I need glasses to read the text. Right, although this text decided to go whoop whoop like that. I feel like I'm going to die shoveling my driveway sometimes. Okay, Morgana, let me write it down, Morgana. If I do miss anybody, please, could people shout it out, or the person who I've missed, you don't get a response, anything like that, please say it again, because, you know, sometimes in a heat of battle and things, you know, I just didn't notice stuff. Now, I will tend to do more talking to NPCs than most, because most people try and shortcut it, but I'll try and cut some out. So, for a shaman, you fight pretty well. Who trained you?
It was Scarf the Giant,
Scarf,
a former
eh?
chieftain who taught me the ways of battle. He was a great bear of a man, and a fearsome warrior. I used to be terrified of him when I was a little girl. I was a restless and angry child, and Scarf taught me swordplay, so that I could, as he used to say, put that fire to good use.
Yeah, I know.
He was a
guys.
great man, and a good leader. I miss him dearly.
So I won't ask her to join me, but basically, yeah,
I'll
that's
make her guide
why I make a lot of mistakes. It's because I get once my brain swings into action, there's only limited things I can do. I can't think of lots of options at once. So while I'm in a combat and I'm facing somebody and trying to beat them, my whole focus is on that. So everything else goes out of the windows. There's things like health. I don't always see it because that's they're at the extremities of the screen. So that's why I sometimes miss it. So. You know, if I get caught out, I get caught out all the time, which is why I need to quick save all the time now, because I keep forgetting about it. Right, so we got a head over there. Okay, so now I can use my quick button, so I don't have to go into the menu, and we have to go to here. Okay, now, that is the storeroom one. I went there to... And with the yeah, you can't tell me in time. Yeah, so if I don't see it, we're kind of stuck usually because of the lag, isn't it? I went here to get some storeroom, and I did get a little bit, but half of it, well, over half of them, when I went up to it, to dig the storeroom, it didn't come up with the option to dig it, even though I had the correct thing. It just said search Dawnguard, which I hadn't even uncovered. So I was a little bit odd that I couldn't get much of it. I'm trying to do a better dagger, actually, although we're doing ridiculous amounts of damage. It's still not enough. Right, here's Bulgeold's retreat. I'll tell you what, let me just look at the terrain. I always like to look at the terrain to see which is easiest to get there. So let's go here. I was watching a video this morning about Thirsk Mead Hall, and apparently, oh dear. Apparently it is a good idea to side with these guys, the Vikings, because the other lot are a sad, miserable bunch who were useless and lost the battle against the Vikings because they were useless, basically. So if you choose the other one with Bidulf or whatever her name is, to take back the Thirsk Mead Hall for the humans, is actually not a good idea because they're a terrible leader. They got thrown out because they were superior, and then you end up with a small band of Reiklings which could help you. But I thought I'd just do the other option, at least on one of my plays, because I've never done that. So at least my original character did it right. We sided with the Reiklings. Ah, go away, you. Yeah. Let me wait a minute. That's what I'm out on. I wouldn't bother throwing you directly, because I'll rip your brains out without so much as a thought. But it looks like I've made enemies. I'll tell you what, I wonder if I can calm them. It's unlikely. Yeah, this is in trouble. This when you do go across, all this flicks all the way along. So it's my fault with it, really. Can I like stop them from, going bonkers? Don't think I got anything to stop them going bonkers, is it? What's that? Attacked by its own image. Frenzy, dispel. Yeah, I haven't really got anything, have I? What are you going to fight amongst yourselves? Basically, no. Have I got any powers? Well, I just I don't want to either. Reiklings, I wouldn't mind siding with. I'm changing my mind with Bettyard. I don't mind the silly talk. I don't know. It kind of grew on me over the years of doing characters. Doing a voice. I don't know. It came in at one particular time, and then it kind of. I thought when I did another one, I just did it every now and again, and it's stuck. Right, we seem to have outrun them. So, right, now that we're all sorted out, we can have a little rest. This is our character. Claw Dius, you know the story. Great, yeah, whatever, Right, okay, sneak mode. You have the same dagger as last week. No upgrades, no nothing. I'll do my quick menu one. That's the wrong one. I always get confused because it's like the opposite of what you think. Because like the items are on the left, you've got to press the right ones. I don't know why they chose it that way. So yeah, it's kind of the same one. So what I'm trying to do is I wanted the storeroom, which is why I want to do this quest, because I want to craft my own storeroom dagger with with 2 enchantments on. Okay, and I haven't got that yet. Okay, then I can get rid of one of these. So that's the idea. So this one does more damage. No, it probably doesn't. 239. Well, it's very close, isn't it? And I've got different daggers, different things, basically. Because that one, takes souls. And we can kill things very easily. And I have Soul Cloak on my left hand, which means I can collect souls for the next N years. Minutes, sorry. So, yeah, maybe I'll do less of the silly voices in future. It could be a good person.
Remarkable, isn't it? This tomb has been hidden for, well, who knows how long.
Right.
Many centuries, I would think. There are some... I've had a look around, and the only interesting thing I've found is this inscription here, and a switch below it.
Exciting.
Now, I'm not sure if you can read the dragon language, but this seems to be a riddle of some sort. A sacrifice will bring you closer to that which you seek.
This sounds like a bad idea. Oh, sorry.
Means.
Right, I'm just going to do a save straight away. Alright, so let me have a look at this. A sacrifice will bring you closer to that which you seek. What, on here, or over there, or down here?
Some corpses strewn about on the floor here.
But you got to raise one of them. Well, I'm not a raising the dead kind of person, so I could be rather restricted here.
If the fire pit has anything to do with the riddle. You go ahead and see what you can figure out.
Well, I'm not really a magician type person. It's kind of far beyond my skills. I just deal in one thing: death. Which is pretty cool, I think. Right, I'm going to take a little look around here and see what there is. I have to take my fill before I end. don't think I made a lot of sense, did it? What is it? You get these torches out, they're never very bright, are they? I need the corpses. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know, I'm getting there, guys. I just want to loot the bodies first, therefore I don't have to do it later on. I'm very funny like that. I like to loot first, do everything else after. No, it's a silly habit I've got into. You know, just in case I forget later on. I've already done that one, no? Oh. Right, and then you press that one and go back. Right, now I've made the text bigger, so I've added a mod to the mod that I already had. Although I don't know if I restarted the game. That's a good point, I may not have. I think I put it at the bottom because they say, it's a little tip about mods. Put a mod on, make sure it's activated, right, then come out of the menu and restart Skyrim, then go back in, then move it to the correct position, then back out and then restart again. And I didn't restart a second ago, so it may not have done the larger text. But I can read it comfortably, so it doesn't look too bad. Forgot what I was looking for now. Oh yeah, we don't want that one. Let's store that in there. So yeah, torches never really illuminate much, but I suppose, you know, they're only torches. But my god, it's like the weakest torch I've ever seen in all games. Lighting seems to be a huge
This place
problem.
was a remarkable find.
Right, anyway. So what have I got to do? Pick up one of these and drop him over there? Then I'll try doing that. Rather than, yeah, I don't want to raise the dead. What's it say on the... it says explore it. First, I need to figure out how to open the doors in the main chamber. Once that's done, we can explore tunnels beyond. Right, okay. So, I mean, there's no live bodies, is there? I wonder what this handle does. Oh, see, it doesn't. Oh, that works.
You seem to know what you're doing. Why don't you lead the way?
Oh, I actually managed to solve that with my beautiful cat brain. Right, now that I've done that, actually managed to work that out. Unbelievable! What's that noise? God, why is the game always dark all the time? It might be because I put a lighting one on at some point, but blimey, that one came out a long time ago. I've got to keep turning this up all the time. But yeah, lighting seems to be a problem in all games, isn't it? Some of them is absolutely terrible. Right, okay. So, let's have a look, shall we? There's another one. Probably leads across to that one. Yes, okay, well, let's go up to the one that is open. Again, you know, if you find the voice annoying, please let me know. Some people like it and some people don't, so I would like your input, because, you know, if that's what puts people off the channel, then obviously I'll drop it. So let me know what you think. I just thought I'd add a little bit to the character really, but probably a dumb idea. I don't know why I did that. Right, okay, so we came in. Let's have a look in the detail of this. This will be lovely. See, it's quite nice detail. It's just that if this was black, it would solve a lot of problems. But because it's white, it ruins it. I probably said about that too many times. Right, hopefully I will explore all of it. Right. Okay, so tell Ray what you think of the voice. Yeah, what do you think about me adding a voice to a character? Do you think that's prevents you from watching? All of it, like just a yes or a no. Say yes, you don't. Yes, you don't mind the voice. No, I don't like the voice. That's all I want. I just want input so I know what to do in future. Because some people seem to like it, but they're probably the ones that are watching. And you know, the kind of friends of mine that have come into the stream regularly, they don't mind it. But you know, if overall that puts everybody else off, Hulk Hogan. N-O-W. That's a no. So, Jeffrey, you're saying no, you... Hang on, I'm just Jerry instead of Jeffrey. Let me rephrase that. Yes, you like the voice. No, I don't like the voice. Basically, I just want a yes or no. Do you like the voice? Yes, Hulk is no more. Oh, isn't he? Is that a Marvel thing? Because I don't watch some Marvel movies. I mean, I just found it just over bloated. It's just, it's like everything else, you know. They just do too many series of it, and I don't like seeing endless drivel coming out and padded out, and you know, I just want to see the nice trim original experience with not a load of things that go on for years. Waste of time. But you know, full daylight here, you know, hello there. And you know, not even aware. By the time he even thinks he's aware of me, it's too late. We can kill them like that. Without any exploits. That's why I don't do them, is because you don't need to. I did this on my original character with weapons that were inferior and I was still one-shotting. So you don't have to go through, you don't even have to be honest, you could do it just by smithing up the weapons and just doing getting a weapon with a good enchantment on, alright, put on a weapon and just smithing it up would give you enough to be able to go through the game, and eventually, if you use the enchanting way of, the smithing enchantments in the skill tree, you could do some of that with one hit. So the only people that do the other stuff is because they just want to cut it all short. They want to do things at rapid speed and not be weighed down by all the oh, it takes me, you know, 20 hours to get up a few levels. That's all part of the game. That's how it's supposed to be. You quick shot everything, then you just lose half of the game, and you lose the lore, you lose everything. So I just like to absorb the whole lot, and I'll definitely be 100% in Elder Scrolls 6. You prefer to level up enemies for legendary? Yeah, I'm the same. Once I get to a high level where I'm just one hitting most things, and even some of the higher ones as well, I can one hit those, like now for instance, then I start pushing up the levels because it's just getting too easy. But I found legendary it was really easy to die, even if I had good equipment, because I did it on my first character. But whereas if you just go down to one below that on expert, it's just a little bit easier on you, but gives you still a tough enough go. So because I've never fully been successful at legendary, but that's because I haven't pursued it all the way through, and I probably never will, to be honest, because you know, I hate to say this, because you know, I'm not sure if I'll do it, but part of me wants to move on from Skyrim. I know that's going to shock everybody, because I've been playing it a long time and I would like to do other builds, but I'm also wondering whether there's just been too much of it. I know I might lose a few of you, that's the only downside of it. But you know, I've always played other games.
Pillars.
Always.
Other than that plaque, there doesn't seem to be anything else worthy of note. Let's see what the inscription says. All men must die, often by their own means. Sounds rather grim if you ask me. The inscription must be a reference to these pillars.
Yeah.
3 pillars surrounding a central one. Perhaps they're connected somehow.
Right, if you wonder why I'm hesitating, I'm thinking.
They also have glowing stones of some kind at the top.
I'm just listening to what
Vaguely
he's saying.
similar to drawings I've seen of objects called impact stones. Well, see what you can figure out. I'm going to inspect these pillars further to see if I've missed something.
Did it be noticed that, you know, when the DLC came along, the puzzles got more difficult? Do not take the weapons. Okay. Thanks, Ghost. Right, so first of all, let's put a torch on. Right, okay. Now, I'm actually out of eye drops now. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I am thinking about getting wireless buds because, yeah, it's easy to pull this thing out. Right, so what was I say on the thing? Sorry about that. I just went all the way down there and I didn't read it. All men must die, often by their own means. Now, does that mean he has to die?
Walking in these chambers is like walking in the past.
So, I'm not quite sure what to do here. But don't tell me yet, I'll try and work it out. See, the only thing I can think of is you use the staff on that. And please tell me if that's wrong. Use the sword on that. Sorry, the bow on that. He's needed for the quest, alright, and then the... Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, but it could be that you just go like that. Well, that's not a sword, is it? I haven't got a sword, have I? That's the only trouble with this, is I haven't got a sword. Yeah, I ought to just go to the normal menu, I think. Because it's kind of... Yeah, see what I mean? It flicks over. So, I don't think I've got a sword. So that makes this difficult. And I haven't got a staff. But I have got a bow. So what do we do? Shoot at it? I'm not really sure what to do. Weapon to pillar opposite the weapon. What that? So I'm trying to piece it together because, you know, these DLC ones, these are the ones that started to, yeah, I got a lot more trouble with. So I don't know, I'll try doing this. So I think that's the bow, yeah. Have I got to pick up these weapons? Because you said don't pick up the weapons. Because it's very rare that I do all these quests. I never know what the solutions are. There's only a couple that are kind of stuck in my head. So have I got to use the weapon that's here on there? Because just now you told me not to use the weapons. So, I don't know. I'm clutching at straws here. This is why I'm not a big fan of puzzles. Let me see what it says. No, I said do not take them, use them. Oh, okay. Use them is okay. Right, okay then. How come you can't put away something when you press the opposite button on there? Right, so I gotta take that and that. Switch to that. It's kind of complicated, isn't it? Switch to that. Then fire that. Or do it at the stone opposite. What stone opposite? There isn't a stone opposite, it's just this. So I'm not quite sure what we have to do here.
I'd wager that the statues are the key to opening the chamber beyond.
It's why I don't like puzzles, basically. I hate puzzles. Right, okay, so this is why I don't like them, is I don't like this. It's because I have to do stuff and work it all out, and as I get older it gets harder, unfortunately. Oh right, okay, so yeah, this keeps flicking over. Right, staff. So yeah, because I've only ever like done this once, twice at the most, I can never piece these together. Right, I'll try and put these back where they were. So I'll drop this. I'll use the traditional method, it's easier, but yeah, see how it flicks across every time? That's what I don't like. That's the only thing I don't like about this particular mod, is as soon as you press that way, it kind of travels along a bit. Right, the bow goes here, so again, I'll just do this. Drop that one. Not exactly like it, you know, by it, but still, never mind. Because it tries to, like, you know, put this stuff around you as opposed to right in front of you. But yeah, I think that would have been easier, wouldn't it? But never mind. And then the last one is the sword, which is where?
This place was a remarkable find.
What happened to the sword? There's oh, there it is. Okay, and then go here, sword, and strike that. But yeah, a little bit too complicated for my liking.
There you go.
Something that,
Now let's see what mysteries await us in the next room.
Something that says, you know, do bird, fish, whatever, you know, nice and easy, but they got more and more complex. And I don't like complex. Well, so that's probably the way I did it the first time, Ghost, is I probably just tried a few different things till it came up. And then I instantly forgot it. Because, you know, when you're old, you know, the old brain doesn't work quite so well. Okay, now, I don't know what that did, because I'm completely disorientated now. I think that's where we came in. And see what I mean about lights, and it's like it barely lights anything. Or you have mods which, you know, make it a lot brighter. It's just what I can't understand, is they do mods that make things brighter, and yet the original people can't make it so your torches are brighter. Why don't you just do that? I save people doing mods. So we'll carry on then. So let's go to the map. There, okay, we're going through there. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll leave the voice out for a bit, because I would imagine a lot of people are not big fans of me doing this silly voice. And I can't see absolutely anything. Ow! Good stuff! But if I just say I want to do one, and you know darn well this guy's going to do it in one as well. Ready? Yeah, so it's too easy for me. I know what you're saying. Good point. I know what you're saying, go up a level. But the thing is, if I go up a level, that makes me weaker. So that's one of the reasons why I don't always do that. Right, let me compare this to what I have, because I'm always on the lookout for something that's better than what I have.
Let's have a closer look at these runes. These runes have faded a bit, but I believe I can translate the inscription. The writing describes a guardian.
So basically, yeah, I need this out.
In fact, if I'm reading this correctly, it says that Mirak was a traitor. Most interesting. There's probably an exit through one of these sarcophagi. Let's get moving.
I just want to take the time out to listen to him. Right, so loot the bodies. That's why people like Skyrim, is because loads of looting and it's scaled your level.
Bit of a chill in the air down here.
In Oblivion, the enemies scaled with the player, which I wasn't quite so keen on. But I don't know, I kind of got used to it. You cannot compare a smith weapon to one that's not smith. Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't pursue that Ghost, because I realised there's no point doing that, because I can't really compare it until we... But basically, you know, smithing and enchanting gives your weapons superpowers, unless of course you use all the cheats. which you know, shortcuts everything, which I don't like to do. Right, let's see what this is. Occasionally I'll just do the odd bit of a voice. Loyal Battle Fury. Rubbish. Right, let's see, magic. Yeah, see what I mean? Because the reason why it annoys me is because normally when I go into that, it's on the last thing that I selected, and because of this, it doesn't go to the last thing selected, so it doesn't highlight that particular one. So that's why. That's the only reason why I don't like it. Right, I forgot what I was going in here for now. Whirlpool. Right, okay. Battle Fury. Was it Battle Fury? I'm going here. Oh, I've got, of course, 15 soul gems. We beat Mirak last week. It was much easier than I thought. So actually we can unlock them all. Well, we do Battle Fury. So your theme enchants your nearby allies' weapons. So that's a complete waste of time. Oh, I didn't click on it. Right, I like to do that one because I like jumping off cliffs. Fear we don't really bother with. Worm. Once a day, a mighty aspect of a dragon. Yeah, yes. Right, Drain Vitality, not a big fan of that one. Elemental Fury. Yeah, because it says, there's two of them. And this one is for you. It doesn't say anything about enchanted ones. So I never know whether this is a good idea. I mean, I don't know why I bother with these. I don't use them, to be honest, for this character, because I don't need it. But I'll tell you what, we're going to do this one, because, believe it or not, the character has a character voice, and this is the only time you ever hear it, apart from the old grunt. So you want to hear what our Dragonborn does sound like, this is the one. Do I want to soothe beasts? No. I'll just stick a few in. I mean, it doesn't really, doesn't matter much to me. We're not going to use these. Just click on them all. I'll do that one. Tempest. Yes, yeah, do that one. Alright, okay, I'm happy. Right then, Tharstan. Now what? Right, wrong one. Right, we've got to carry on exploring the tomb. So I'm trying to do it bit by bit, as much as the brain can handle. Right, we've got Enter the Tomb, which is... Right, hang on. Oh, down there. So I'm trying to think all the time of what button I've got to press. So it looks like we've done that. We've finished that. But yeah. Yeah, I just don't like these dotted things. For some reason somebody decided to put these dotted white things in, and that's what ruins it. So it looks like we've got to go out here. Right, let me just have a look around, make sure we haven't missed anything. Sorry if I do this, I am sorry about that, but I do like getting... I may have missed the odd bit, but generally I do like to get most of the stuff that's in the location, if I can, but I do try and go through it a little bit quicker, because these are meant to be focusing on builds as opposed to focusing on doing the whole game all the way through. Alright, so they're slightly different than I would normally do. This is only something I've done in the last 4 years, where I've decided to try some different builds. And yeah, learning from it, and hopefully some people will give me some advice as well, so I've got a little bit more of an idea. But generally I like to pick up as I go along, and with the a hint every now and again, just that might make it slightly easier for me, like improve your defense or whatever. Okay, we come back out. So I'll tell you what, I won't do it out of silly voice today. We'll just do my voice all the way through. Right, so have we finished it?
This is most exciting, wouldn't you agree?
Is there anywhere else I've got to go? Yeah, up there, probably. Right, okay. I won't go down there. You hate the power company. Yeah, join the club, Coast. We all hate the power companies. Yeah, we all hate them. Because basically they don't give a monkeys about us as long as we keep paying them money. So they're not out there to, you know, make you happy, to make you have a good service. They're out there to make vast amounts of money out of you for very little effort. And without giving you high-speed stuff, because they want to continually upgrade it and just give you a bit more, then make you pay for a bit more, then you know, everything has to be done bit by bit now. Nobody wants to give you a finished product, so nobody is any good at doing anything these days. Basically, everything you buy is rubbish because it's, yeah, you know, they do it so that it lasts a couple of years or a year, so that you'll buy another one. So the whole structure of the economy is based around that, and nobody wants to put in extra effort to make things better. It's just a sad state we're in when only a few years ago.
Remarkable to think these passages.
And so it's shut down, yeah. And that's because all computers are done on the same process, where you get a computer and every couple of years it's like, oh, go and get another one because yours is too slow to play all the games now. So it's a cycle of, you know, small improvements with graphic cards, more than movements on everything you buy. But they're cheap, nasty, and fall apart easy, so you keep updating them. That's the way the whole world is. And nothing we do is going to change it. And what happened to the movement that we're trying to, you know, look after our resources? Well, it's all falling apart because we're up against powerful individuals who rule the world, basically. So they're not going to take any notice of us. Isn't that right, listener? What do you think? What do you think of that? Who cares? Yeah, it's very boring, yes. I know, yeah. You know, power is the biggest problem in the whole world, is power. And there's no easy solution to any of them. It's either nuclear power, coal or gas, or it's wind. Well, if you do wind, it costs you thousands and thousands of pounds. It's an empty hole which you'll never get to the end of, because you literally have to ruin the whole countryside to put tons of things that, you know, all pointing at the sun, you know. But basically they don't work, they don't give enough power for their amount of money you spend on them. So I don't know what to do about that. And they never have backup systems. So in case of problems, they always just
tread where you've been.
Sorry.
Interesting.
So and they never have enough backups in case things fail. That's because they want to do the minimal amount for the maximum amount of money. Continue along the path. Don't tread where you've been. Oh, that's something I do all the time.
One, the riddle is most likely referring to these flat square stones. And two, I'm not going anywhere near them.
Right, okay, I'm going to do this in third person because this is an easier way of doing it. So it looks like we got to go over every single one. Do not step on the same place you just stepped. Right, okay. But is there, can I do it in any order?
Only 5 more to go. Now let's just hope something good happens when you hit the last one.
I did it wrong.
And...
oh no, I did it wrong.
Splendid. The gates have opened.
Well, okay, I thought we had, you know, end up at the middle one. But, no, you don't need to. So I prefer to do it in third person because it gives you a bit of an overview of the room. And makes it a little bit easier. Ah, we get another one. How nice. So, yeah, if you're watching, let me know why you, you know, decided to leave. Did you not like me doing a silly character voice? Which it's not meant to be silly. It's just meant to be a character voice, just to give it a voice, really, because the character normally doesn't. So basically, you know, even though they're aware of me, I just gotta go like this, and he's practically dead. Because I have a bleed effect now, so you know, I'll just do a light blow on this, stand back, and just you know, watch him die basically. But, alright, is there anything else? There's also one up here, and I didn't particularly care about him. So yeah, maybe I ought to put it up a level. It is incredibly, isn't it? Wait till the fight is over, then say hello, Neptune. Okay, sorry, Neptune escape. Sorry. As I say, when I'm in the zone, that's when I'm likely to miss people. So please, you know, please keep saying, you know, if I could give you a voice and you could shout it out, I would. But the voice tends to stop all the conversation when I'm talking to NPCs. I'm tempted to get this because it weighs 12. Because I'm thinking of doing a new outfit, but I'm not quite sure yet what to do. Right, so let's get this one. But generally, I don't start putting the levels right up, so it's a real challenge until I get it kind of right at the end.
Let's find out what's written.
Because
this writing refers to
I don't know, it's just the way I've been doing it. Right, what have we got this time? I didn't notice it actually. Is it Oral Whisper? If so, because that is one of my favourite spells. Heavy armor's not very. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why I probably won't do Daedric, but I might do a Daedric weapon. It's because I haven't put anything into heavy armour, so we won't be doing that. So Battle Fury, yeah, that's your. We haven't got allies, so I'm not gonna waste it on that. You know, we don't want to make creatures peaceful. I'll tell you what, I'll do that one.
Inspired both men and dragons. I wonder if the Guardian was himself a man or a dragon. It looks like a secret.
I sometimes wonder.
Along the wall. You lead the way.
It's not a secret entrance, is it? So what do you think? Did I do a pretty good assassin build, or you know, I think I'm well short. But I usually, if I can get to a point where I can one-shot everything, I feel like, wow, I haven't done too bad at doing a character build.
This tomb is
you know, I don't try and, you know, do an apex one, but I try and see if it's possible and see how far I can get with it. If it turns out that it's not, you know, I'm not happy with it, then, you know, then I've learned something from it. Right, I've got the other half of the claw. So it's just about me learning from it, really. Right, didn't mean to do that. Right, there's a little escape tunnel down there, which leads all the way around here. I think you will get all three words. Right, okay, guys. Hang on, there's the phone. I'll tell you what, I haven't eaten anything yet. I must be ill. I'm trying to be a bit more sensible today. So it takes this long for the text to come up. You prefer to level up my enemies for legendary? Yeah. I don't know. I've been stuck in this route of doing things at adept for far too long. It's only I don't know, the last sort of three. My first build is now on expert, would occasionally go into legendary. Alright, but that's because I've done practically everything in the game, and all I'm doing is blocking giants, which if I have it on legendary, it takes my health way too much, and I'll keep stopping all the time the leveling up process to go and restore my health, and sometimes I get caught out. So it looks like we've got to go out there, so let's go down there. But yeah, I notice it'll upset people who are watching the channel for Skyrim, but I was thinking of giving Skyrim a break and trying another game, because at the moment we're doing The Witcher, which is taking a bit of a while to do because it's a very long game. So I'm trying to do it in a shorter way, which is kind of meaning is I'm struggling. Because I only did it because I didn't know what else to do, so I thought I'll start that because that'll last me a while, so I wouldn't have to worry too much about it. When really I've got like 2 other games I could possibly play. One of them a birthday present, which I haven't been able to play yet, so I wouldn't mind having a go on it. How do I get down there? But yeah, it's like always dark, isn't it? So, right, favourites bar. Let's do my cat's eye one. What's it called? Cat's eye? Oh, I can't remember what the name of it is now. No, that's it. It doesn't help that much to be honest. Right, okay. So I've got to go down here, obviously. Yeah, there's no kind of way down. So I think this is the one where once you go down, that's it. You can't go back up. But I could kind of drop onto there. Generally, they like to do a little drop-off point, just so that you don't die. So that's what I mean about Bethesda. They don't have to look after you, don't they? They're like very gentle on you. I got all the way down there. Is there any other way I could have done it? I could go all up there, of course. How do I get over to there? That was the question. Jump off, isn't it? Does seem a bit severe, doesn't it? I usually like to have a look around the bottom. There it is. That's why you look around the bottom. How many people have done this and they haven't looked down the bottom and they missed the loot? I'm like one who likes to find the loot. So I'll do this fairly quickly. Hoping the next one they do actually give us a when we're running out of water. Did I go the wrong way? So there's seriously no way up here. There is, okay. But yeah, usually I like to go down here and look for stuff, but it's so desperately dark I can't see anything. So it's rather pointless, isn't it? I don't know why it's so dark, to be honest. Because the game never used to be this dark, but I think I put a lighting mod on, which it's kind of got stuck in the system, and I can't get rid of it. Where's my head anyway? Got to find the main one now. So let's start shortcut ourselves out. So now we're heading for the main one, which is over there. Oh, I think I know now. We go here. We put the 2 things in there. Right, okay. Right, brain managed to work this out. Once you do that, that should unlock that. Then we get them back, I do believe. So I'll just check, but pretty sure we get them back. So we'll just move on in. So if you wonder what this UI is, it's Sky UI 5. Decided to go on this because it does give you other options of sorting, which I've always liked on Connect. So yeah, we have got the 2 halves. Right, okay, so now we've got to go to the main chamber. So
there appears to be a switch of some kind.
If I've been any help for anybody,
I've never seen any.
Stay, of course, the idle is to die.
Like this. They appear to be platforms.
Oh, I see.
Of magical
oh, this one. Now, this is what I quite like. Sorry.
If you can keep up with the platforms, you should be able to get across the chasm.
Yeah, this is a tricky one, this. We're going to do a quick save. Because, when it first came out, I thought, oh,
this
wow,
is
this
most
cool
exciting.
stuff.
Wouldn't you agree?
I probably got to do it again, haven't I?
Let's be extra careful.
This is where our 3rd person comes in.
Keep moving and don't look down.
Right, so you've got to do this fast. Alright, so that's what I find the third person, it just gives you, you know, you can see where they are appearing around you. So that's why I usually switch to that. When I first did it, I was doing it all in first person. So therefore, I missed a couple of them and fell down. But I kind of learnt from that. That's one of the things that stuck in my head. That's the shortcut out.
That looks like quite a
Right,
drop.
and then again we got the same thing.
Something moving down there?
So I quite like this because this is new stuff being added, which I liked. I really did. Just that some of the puzzles got a little bit complex, but I don't mind this one. So again, I'll do this because it makes it easier, and it gets quicker and quicker, by the way. So you've got to keep up with it. Don't hang around because you know, it goes very quickly. All right. It only stays there once you've got right to the end. If you don't get right to the end, then it disappears and then you got to go in the water
I'm
and
glad these platforms
climb up and do it all over again.
I want to find out what's down in that water.
So this is one that I kind of remember and find it easier in third person. So that's, you know, so if I do happen to help anybody, you know, you could hit that like button, but you don't have to. But it's free, so you know, not too much effort, is it? But yeah, they're getting quicker all the time, so you get less and less time. As you can see. So don't slouch. You see what I mean? That's why third person helps, because you know, if you're in this mode and somebody appears to your right, you may not see it until it's too late, and then because you've got to move really quickly. Loads of doors leading to doors. So I'll take that. I didn't generally tend to pick up, you know,
just remember to stay focused.
Whatever soul gem it is.
Run.
Right, I thought that was fast. Here comes the last one. Ready? I'll do. Oh, quick save. Right, again, third person. Yeah, you see what I mean? This is rapid stuff, so you can't hang around. Okay, and that final one is the one that locks it. And of course they probably drop down. Unless they kept up with me, of course, but they'll soon catch up. Right, so so if I am any help, yeah, like button. Subscribe to, you know, it's up to you whether you want to subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm not a content creator
the Hall of Stories.
Who's trying to, you know, go to 2 million thingies.
There must be hundreds of years of history.
So I'm not too worried about views.
Too bad they seem too damaged to read.
But it's nice when people subscribe, and it's nice when they come into chat.
Like it needs some sort of key. Maybe those half claws you found would fit in here if you put them together. It seems these rings can be moved. Perhaps there's enough undamaged text in these.
Okay, right. No, don't tell me any combinations. So I'll keep talking over him. I'll tell you what. Let's finally have something to nibble at. Right. Sorry about crunching, but tell you what. How are you supposed to read this? Because basically, I can't read this. This is two O's. So basically, there's nothing on it.
Ah, yes.
So if I
Here's
got
something.
place it in there. Oh, I see. The two go together.
Or maybe it's wind. The second one mentions the night sky and the moon.
Oh.
And the third has something to do with fire.
Oh, right. Hang
It
on.
also seems to mention scales. That's all I can make out from this etching. I'll check the rest and see if there's anything else.
Where is it?
You keep trying out the combinations.
Right, Tharstan, say
Let's
that
be
again.
extra careful.
Could you repeat that?
This place was a remarkable
No, I
find.
didn't hear that. What was it? Fire? One of them was fire. Have we got any info on it? Like notes or something? It's not this one, is it? This is the one with all the loot in. So yeah, I've missed what he said. Sorry, because I'm talking. You thought I'd repeat it, wouldn't you?
Walking in these chambers is like walking in the past.
Basically, I missed that, but I'm presuming it's like fire, frost and something, so... I'll leave that as fire. Sounds like fire, frost and something else. I don't really know. Let me look to see if it's changed, and there are actually things on there now. Because yeah, I can't make out anything here. So I'm rather stuck here as to what to do, because I didn't hear it all. So I may have to just guess like this and hope for the best. Well, it'd probably be 3 different things, wouldn't it? So I'll try it in reverse. Although it could be like 2 birds, can it? No. So let's try. It could be 3 dragons back. So if anybody, if anybody knows it, yes please, I'd like your answer. So I didn't hear what he said, so therefore I can't do it. That's because I persistently keep chatting, don't I?
This place was a
You thought he'd
remarkable
give you
find.
option to repeat it, wouldn't
Times
you?
like this, history truly comes alive for me. Walking in these chambers.
Well, at least tell
is
me
like
what it is.
Walking in the past.
Alright, thanks guys. He was saying about frosting and whatever. So, what was it? Did you say wolf? So, I do tend to miss stuff, unfortunately. So I can't help it. Chat, I don't know, I just waffle. Right, wolf and then dragon. Like, I don't know why I keep thinking it's a bear, but for some reason I always think it's a bear.
Wonder if I should have brought more torches.
Right, that seems to be it. Thank God, Ghost.
There you go.
Yeah, I heard a
enjoyed
bit
it
about
for
the
a sec.
fire, but
Let's see
I
what's ahead.
couldn't remember. I didn't hear the sequence, the whole sequence. I saw a fire one, that was all. I'm too busy rabbiting, because I thought he was just waffling. Right, so I hope you don't mind if I have a sweet. I just have one sugar-free one, although I just had a sugar-free biscuit. Right. I do like this, it's nice to have them to do something different, but, if they start doing more complicated than this, I'm really going to struggle in the Elder Scrolls 6, because, these are about as much as I can handle. Talking of which, there's the handle. Right, okay, this is the big Sumur. Listening to forced followers is a good thing. Yes. Right, okay, this is where Bethesda do the right thing, and they go, look, this is how you have boss battles. You don't overcome the player, you give them a fair chance. And that's the one thing I like about their games, is they make them kind of not based on real life, but they always giving you a chance with the option to increase the level if you want a bit more of a challenge, which I feel is a nice balance, because you can then pick what you want. Whereas a lot of games nowadays, they just want to make their games harder with no alternative, which means you get more frustrated. And they don't like frustrating people. They want it to be an enjoyable adventure with cool stuff in it. Whether they could continue that process on Elder Scrolls 6, because you know the studio has changed, unfortunately. But I've always liked this a bit at a time kind of thing. Right, it looks like we've got to do Valor. Well, obviously he's not aware of me. So this would be very easy. I don't need to put a poison on. This is probably a one-hit kill. In fact, I'm going to do something extraordinary here. I'm going to make it harder for myself. Please, if you could tell me to put it back down afterwards, because I always feel comfortable on this. So let's go to, say, Master. I'll tell you what, let's go to Legendary. Yes, yeah. Totally agree with you there. Put it this way, okay, I want them to do one more update, and that is an update which fixes the creations so that the ones that you select are in the ones that you select. Your bookmarks are only the bookmarks that you picked and not all the others that you had previously. That's the only thing I want fixed. Fix that without any more bugs and then we'll all be happy. Right, I'm going to go Legendary. I'm going to try a one-hit attack. Just one heavy blow. Alright. I may have missed there, but that's because he's moving. And there it is. Alright. So, the difficulty with Legendary, you can still kill something with one hit. This is without exploits using the natural systems of the game. Okay, although we have got the help of Ordinaire. But I can do this in my normal game on my Xbox 360. So I can one hit this on Legendary comfortably. Alright, so we'll take that. I'll take that and that. Now, do we get the mask? Or was it in there? We didn't get the mask? What's his name? Oh god, I swallowed that. A little bit too quick. Did I get the mask?
It says that he was loyal, and his reward was an honorable death.
Yeah. So this is why I don't do, you know, the restoration trick, which, you know, if that has ever happened to me, it's been by sheer accident. I just so happened to do a restoration potion before I did an enchantment one. So that's just pure, you know, that's not me thinking about it. So, but I try and avoid that and do them separately so they don't. Okay, looks like we have my last one. So it looks like we get all three Battle Fury. So is that last one? Is that the one that? Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just one of those things that Bethesda never fixed, where, you know, it's you know, it just so happens to be in the game, and then maybe they left it there for people who did want to go into the ridiculous. Although it's probably the fact they couldn't bother to fix it. That's probably the likeliest tell. But yeah, if you stand on these, this will probably set off a load of fire. Hi Dad. Hello son. So well, up and that's it. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember as much of your name as I can, so I'm gonna have to. How do I pronounce that? Is it Ignatius? Oh god, I left out the G. What an idiot! I can't write Automail, to be honest. So, you know, I struggle with the education these days. Well, I'm better than most. You know. Right. Shit. It's quite small text here, so I've got a job to read this. I might make it brighter. That'll help. Right. So I'll try and pronounce your name, but if I get it wrong, oh god, I can't see that very well. Must be the wrong distance. I seem to have a problem seeing that for some reason. Oh, I did that wrong. Basically, I can only remember one letter at a time. But Ignacio Benijo. Sorry, that was poor. Sorry about that. Sorry, Ignacio. So hopefully I got somewhere near it. I'll do a quick save. Thanks for coming in, and at least I caught you there, because a lot of the time I do tend to miss people when they come into chat. Actually, let me just double check. So thanks for coming in. What do you think? I mean, what do you think about exploits? It's not an exploit. It's just something that's in the game, and you can kind of trick your way to a million damage if you want, but it's just not needed. It's a waste of time practically. I think I've already done that. It's not needed because the game is built to live without that. I'm still on my way to getting storeroom crafting. Yeah. Well done, Ignacio, because a lot of there are quite a few people. There's a few people that I watch. They play this game and they never bother about smithing or enchanting, and you wonder why it takes them 20 hits to kill things sometimes. Yeah, we have a storeroom one which has a secret power, so you probably know about that, because it boosts, not only does it boost frost, it also boosts the shotgun fire at the same time. So if you put an enchantment on a storeroom weapon, it will be higher than if you put it on any other kind of weapon. If that is the way they want to play, then let them. Yeah, so I'm not, obviously people want to go off and do all those exploits and get 1 million. I've kind of done that because I've tried to push the limits of what's the best armor I can do, what's the best weapon I can do. So but I try and do it without exploits, just to see if it's possible to do it without them. Right, okay, I think that is all.
Remarkable to think these passages have gone undisturbed.
So all we've got to do now is get out, I presume. So don't know why we did that. So that's how we've got to talk to him. Okay. I say there, Sonny.
How amazing! A real dragon priest. In all my years as a historian, I never thought I'd see anything like that. I suppose that was Vahlok. He must have had this entire place built for him so that he could maintain his vigil, even beyond death.
So he must have been someone important.
Indeed. I knew that the dragon priests were thought to have been powerful men of great will, but I had no idea.
There you go.
Well, I suppose I've seen everything I came for, and you kept up your end of the bargain.
I'll get some money, yes.
And here it is. Now I think I'll spend some more time studying this word wall.
Oh, good luck with that.
What a book this will make.
Okay, so we finished Lost Lake. So I'm actually running out of quests for this character because we've been locked out of a couple of quests, because the only trouble with mods in is breaking my quests. And probably some of it is I took some mods out and they haven't, and it's caused problems. And because I can't be bothered, because I'm fed up of doing mods over and over again and resetting them, that it's breaking quests. So I can't do Blood Honor because I put on a mod which changed the inside of companions, and but it means I can't get access to the door downstairs now because I put that mod in and then took it out, and you're only supposed to do it on a new save, and I didn't, so it broke. So it's just my own fault for not reading it all. So we can't do that one. We can't do the Thieves Guild either. So that's two big quests that we're locked out of. And I can't even talk to the guy. He won't even talk to me. So it could be that I said no to him, but I wouldn't have said no to him, so I'm not quite sure why it did. So I'll try to go back and do that one. If not, then we'll do one of the others. So like speak to the Earl of Riften. Is that a bug? A tracked target list? Right. The tracked target list is a mod. Okay, it is a mod where you can look for various NPCs. Alright, so if I do this, second thoughts. Hang on. So I've got to think all the time here. Yeah, see what I mean? It always flicks over. I just find this annoying that every time I want to do this. Hang on. Yeah, what it does is it adds like a little thing where each one of the followers, kind of some of the main followers, you can track them, but you got to do a little thing first where you got to find them, and then you can track those targets. So if you've left a follower, or you've got say 3 followers or whatever, you can find out where they are. It will track them. So you've got to, you know, go up to your follower and say, right, you're my target, and then you can summon that target from anywhere, basically, even if they're dead. So that's why that one was on there, because I was using it with a certain character. I'm doing that and it's not doing it. It's doing my night one, so I'm kind of a little bit confused why that is doing that. So let me take that one off a minute. So I'm not quite sure why that's not working, but anyway, I've got to find a way out, which is probably out the same way. So I've got to think which button to press. He does tend to tell a follower to wait, and yeah, because that's why I put it on, so I can find them. Right, is there a doorway out of here? There normally is a doorway out. So I can't find it at the moment. Sorry if I waffle on a little bit too much. There's usually a doorway out. But it looks like maybe not on this one. So we'll go back out. But yeah, I was thinking of not doing Skyrim and trying something else. Probably won't go down very well, will it? So yeah, there should be some those doors that were, you know, the easy way out. I should be able to do that now. So let me do a quest and then do clairvoyance, and I better pick one. So let's turn all these off and do say that one. Alright, although that one doesn't come up either. Why is it it's not coming up? We've seriously got to go all the way. Why is it not coming up? That's rather odd. Might be because we haven't found it. Blasphemy to not play Skyrim. Yeah, it is a bit. The only reason I'm thinking of doing it is just 'cause I want to give you a different game, to be honest, and there is an element of me getting a little bit, a little bit. I've played it a lot because I've been doing all different builds and stuff now, but yeah, none of these are unlocking for some reason. So I'm not quite sure why they're not unlocking. Is it because I've got to do that and then do this? Because there should be shortcuts out. So I'm not quite sure what is going wrong here. Yeah, because are these shortcuts out? So I seem to have lost the shortcut out. So if anybody can direct me out. Yeah, that's what. Right, okay. Oh, by the way, right, so we're on Legendary. And we're not going to hide. But basically, it's the main thing you'll notice by playing Legendary is you still do a lot of damage, but they will just take big chunks out of you. But as soon as I can just light blows here and kill everything, it's not a problem, because we are, you know, I just did this on my own, and you know, Ordinator helps a bit, but I could still done this on base game. So it's proving very easy. So I don't think I did too bad at trying to do an assassin. I won't bother look for more. But yeah, it's, how come nothing's coming up on my bar here? None of these are actually coming up now and then. Yeah, I know, yeah, you do less damage and you take more damage. So I can still one-shot stuff, because if you go high enough a level on smithing and enchanting on your weapons, you know, you can even do it on a legendary, but the difference is you take far more punishment, and if I haven't protected myself enough, which I'm not that great at defense, especially Necro, she's very weak, so she would get killed easily on legendary, because I haven't had enough time to put it into her other skills. But yes, look, I click on all these and none of them are showing a way out here, which is a little bit odd. Right, okay, I found it. I cannot track Skyrim. Oh yeah, good point. Well, so thank you, Ghost, for that insight. Right, okay. Good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that one. What are all those other doors won't open? Anybody know? Oh, so they all must be like, yeah. So all I see is if you go on any of these levels, if you fall through the thing, you can get the doorway, and that's what it is. It's right. Okay, I got it now. All makes sense. So only if you fall off and don't make, you know, you don't time that right. That is, you know, that is. I wonder if we can fall down there. And, by the way, what are you searching right now? Well, I'm just searching for any. I just wanted at least one quest to show up, so I can just find my way out. Because we've actually finished this particular place now. This Vahlok's tomb. We've actually cleared it now, so we've been through the whole thing. We haven't got all the shortcuts, because some are only if you know, miss the actual time, the little paths that are laid out. If you miss them, drop down. You can go through one of the doors and come out through one of those locked doors. Alright, so we're just trying to find our way out. So hopefully I haven't left one of those like stones of Benzariah or whatever. But yeah, you see how dark it is? It's really dark, isn't it? One thing about New York games is they're always dark, aren't they? Yeah, you know, so Unreal Engine has kind of got a solution to that, in that. Which way is it? Is this way? In that, you know, lighting bounces off of walls, so therefore you get more lighting, so that's quite good, but it's at the cost of performance all the time. So that's why it's not quite there yet at Unreal. That's why Arc is so bad. It's because that's not optimized either, so therefore it does both. It's terrible performance, plus it's not optimized. Should be a setting to make it lighter or darker, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm practically on full brightness here, and it's still dark. So I think it's that lighting mod that I put on once is still hanging around. Right, so I'll tell you what, let's go to Master. I find Legendary is really tough. You gotta go, Dad. I want to level some smithing tonight before going to bed. And you do that, because that's the secret. A lot of people, you know, they play this game and they don't really take any notice. So good on you for doing that. My dwarven armor sucks on Souls time. Okay, you take care of that. Smith it up. So we'll go on Master now, shall we? It is getting rather easy to play, isn't it? And that's the trouble. When you start getting to the end of your build and you've done enchanting and smithing, this is when you get seriously dangerous at whatever you do, whether you're on mage or whatever. Okay, I'm just going to check the mic because it just moved there and that may have shut it off. No, it's okay. Alright, so we'll do a quick save and see if we have another quest. Now, is there any other locations in the area? Because we're also trying to find all locations in Solstheim. And yeah, look at that. That poor Sarah over there. You know, we could easily get them from here by striking from a distance. But I find that too easy. I don't want the game to be too easy. But basically, I'm one-shot them. That's it. Don't you rub against my nose. Right, I won't bother with the meat. Wonder what I got. To be honest, I prefer playing the normal one, but Ordinaire has some special things that it does which I really like. One of them is, and it's not the reason why I did it, but one of them is you can deconstruct stuff without it being destroyed, which is really handy, but I don't overly use that. I've only used it a couple of times on a couple of items, so I still haven't done much on it. I'm just going to have a look around, see if there's a location, because I am trying to get most of the locations as well, if I can. Right, and then we'll have a look and see what to do next. Now, I'll never be able to do that until... the only way I can get this to work again is to take out... Yeah, it does... Ordinate is great because it you know, you can really fine-tune your character to the, you know, absolute, you know, an OP character. But you can still do that in the base vanilla game, which is I'm most comfortable with because I know them all. So I know roughly where they are, what section they are, and it's just easy for me. So I struggle a little bit with Ordinate because there's a lot more options to choose from. So I struggle a little bit more on that. Right, let's see if we can find something to do. That is a Creation Club one, which we're not really concentrating on. We'll do that at the end if we have to finish it. That is also a Creation Club. Let's try Gunmar. Or is it Gunmar? Because I'm hoping this will work one day. Oh, we're on Solstheim. Forget that one. Right, is there anything that's here? No. So I just wish the Creation Club ones would go into the like miscellaneous. I don't want them to be part of the main quests here. So that, you know, because it's a long list as it is. So I've done them at Night Mother all the way through. So all these are just Creation Club ones, which is why I don't like them being in this particular one. Because now you see they're all Creation Club. So it's a little bit annoying. So let me have a look at the map a minute. Sorry if I'm taking a while here, but I'm trying to think what to do because I am starting to run out of quests to do. Because I don't know, I've done most of the kind of main ones, and there's a couple that we can't do because they're bugged. And you know, one day I'll remove all the mods and put them all back in again. But yeah, I've got a lot to do, and I just don't fancy doing it. It just seems odd that this area is really not much in the way of the area, and you know, there's not much here. There's nothing kind of around this area. It seems to be very devoid of stuff on some of these edges. Did we take on Karstag? Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's have a look at that. Let me see. Did we do Karstag? Well, let's have a look. We'll soon know because it'll be in magic. So if we go to powers, we should be able to summon Karstag. Right, and we can't. So we could do that. I don't know, do it on legendary? Right, Karstag. He's in one of these two things here. I think it's that one. So let's go here. Let's see if we can do Karstag. So I'm gonna have a little bit of a drink. Me and Jess are going to be doing Rivendell. So I'll kind of send you a little snapshot of how far we're getting. You know, I'd love to do like a Lego build type of video, but I haven't really got a camera set up where we can show that very well. So it might be this one. So let's see. Let's kind of Khajiit go in here. Unlock this, which is master level, and I've got a single. Oh, I have got a single. I've got a single point in lockpicking. This is the easiest lockpicking you'll ever see in your life. Right, I'm not really concentrating at the moment. Trying to work out where's left or right. Okay, right, I'm trying to find a point to remember. So I've got a feeling it's from around about there. Not really sure which way to go here. Not that way. So it's a very small amount, so I kind of went here, so let's go about there. So it's quite a bit more. Bit more again. So once I found a point, I could usually get it quite a couple of ways. It's just kind of narrowing it down really. Right, you have to be a certain level to come here, so and we're 54 and I think we're at that kind of level. So this is where we are actually. We put everything into Sneak. Okay, so this is Ordinator, gives you 2 or 3 times the perks, which means you have to have one that gives you more perks. So there's a 50% more perks, otherwise you will never be able to fill these in. Right, see my armor, although I've done this, I haven't done all of it, so I'm still a little bit light on defense. Okay, so we just got 1 in archery. Everything's on one-handed, sneak, light armor, and a little bit in archery. But basically that is all we've done, and smithing and enchanting. So this is what we've concentrated on at the expense of everything else, and a little bit of blocking. So here we are, we're in broad daylight. Okay, broad daylight, they cannot see me. I didn't need to do a heavy blow there, but I accidentally did. So we'll get a key. I'll take all this. But basically we can one-shot every single one here. In fact, I could probably do it by just standing up. Then we'll do light blows only. Alright. Okay, but once we face Karstag, he's going to hit us with some frost, which is very destructive. Now we have got to find his actual crown, is it? Let me know what level it is, because I'm not quite sure what level I have to be to do this. Now which one is it? Let me have a look. So that's the ruins. So that should be back out from where we came from. So we have to get something from somewhere else and then come in here. Let me go here a minute. And just see if I've been here. I think when they did the special edition, this is when all this stuff came in, where they tried to improve on this and they just ruined it. As far as I can see, it got ruined. I find it's worse now. If I look on my original 360 version, I don't get any of that stuff, and it's much clearer to see everything. Basically, we're invisible, and they can't see me. So I can move freely at will here. spears, I'm not sure if I'm collecting those spears. I don't know why I'm collecting that, to be honest. So, you know, I've got a stage where the character is so strong that I, you know, just breeze through it now. So I don't think I did too bad a job at doing an assassin. I just did the right things, which I thought was the right way to go, and it seems to have worked out because I've been playing it a while, so I do know, yeah, I feel quite a lot of the systems because I you know, I was doing it all with just one character. I only did one other character until I was able to stream on YouTube, which is when I first started doing these videos, just 4 years ago. So I'm not going to search the whole thing, I'm just going to do enough to find the thing that we're trying to get, which I think is that we need the skull thing, don't we? I'm usually looking for fish, normally, because you have some very good for some enchantments. Especially that one is good for damage health. That's the best one for. If you add that, you will add a lot more damage to your damage health potions. So that was a really good one. It's in the Glacial Cave. Oh, okay. But basically, you know, this is just easy stuff. I think we're still on legendary. Sorry, master. Yeah, I find master is. I'll tell you what, it's got a legendary. Please, if I do another, please tell me to put it down. But basically, you know, we can try everything because, you know, we got several thousand damage here without any exploits. Oh, I don't know why I keep picking up weep. Well, one thing I have noticed, Ghost, is my God, the times that when I played Skyrim, you know, with Randolph, the times that I use weak potions against strong enemies, and you kept telling me over and over again, and I always, for some reason, I think part of the reason why I did it was just to get rid of them, but I was always thinking, well, you know, it might work, it might not, you know. I was too busy just, I don't know, I just don't think sometimes. I get set in a certain way. I'm kind of fixating on one thing and I don't think of the other ones. You might figure out you're on legendary when your next character dies. So yeah, 2 hits on that one. But that's because he's slightly aware of me. But that's not going to save him. How do we get to the Glacial Cave? Because, oh, I'll tell you what, just, when they did this particular DLC, my God, they up everything, didn't they? Christ, it was like, my God, you know, the insides of places got far more complicated, and the puzzles got more complicated. So I used to struggle a bit on this DLC. It's like, whereas before, you know, it used to follow the terrain. Now it's just like this little block thing, so I don't know what they did with the special edition, but this whole system went wrong when they did the special edition, because they looked like they were trying to do something better with this, and they just completely ruined it. That's what I think anyway. I think they completely ruined it. So yeah, so some of the, you know, we've got bridges, you know, it's like, God, it's a huge amount to explore now. I think I've already done all this, although it doesn't help the fact it doesn't show the floor. So it's like even the floor doesn't show up. I didn't get this problem the first time. There's hardly ever a floor didn't show, but now it's like it's all over the place. Special edition did the map worse than everything else was okay, but the maps got worse. But yeah, because this is like a really long involved thing here, and I don't know how much of it I've done, to be honest. simply go down there. And there again is something down the bottom. It's always worth looking, you never know. It's like simple things this game can't do, like jump. Feels okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that because that isn't something that normally get, is it? I think I have a mod which means you can pick up things which you can't normally. Normally you wouldn't be able to. So I think that's why I'm getting that. But yeah, it's what I mean. It's very complicated. It's just like a huge block full of blotches. Doesn't tell you anything, does it? So I prefer the original map. It's like, why can't our character just go up a little ledge like that? It's a creation engine that bad that you can't do that. Okay, it's a little bit tougher now on legendary. More than one hit now. But if I was sneaking it would still be one hit. I'm trying to rush through this, but basically, yeah, this is why I don't go to legendary. It's because it's very easy to die on this, so I tend to go the one less. So it's still very comfortable, but I don't get caught out by this because I'm getting caught out by this all the time because I don't always see it. So that's why I don't do legendary, because I've never had a strong enough character. I've never done a character which starts off with defending himself so that he can take punishment. I've always done the opposite, where I've focused on what I want to be, like a mage, put everything into that at the expense of my armour. Okay, whereas when I first did it, I was trying to cover both of those. Alright, so that's why I haven't been quite so good at it since. It's because I'm kind of trying to get through a few different types of play now. I'm going a little bit quicker than I normally would. So let's see. I mean, I could do the health one, but somebody hit me and kill me in a minute. Right, health's increased. I'm trying to get rid of some of these potions. I have been getting rid of some, or cutting them in half. So I have been getting rid of some. Because I have got I've had some that's in the 30s, so I've been just reducing those. So I'm carrying a bit less, although I don't think he's weighing in, to come to think of it. Right, so I'm trying to find out where to go, and it's not really telling me where, you know, I can't make head nor tail of this at all. It's just a smudge. It's an absolute smudge, isn't it? So it didn't help at all. So I don't know which bits I've been and which bits I haven't. So it's proven difficult for me to get out of here. This is why I'm not so keen on, you know, all these complicated dungeons. I like handcrafted dungeons, but my god, they pushed the bar up quite a big way when the DLC came in, because we had all these canyons and different levels and different heights. It was almost like Fallout 4, where they were trying to do a bit of Fallout 4, which I preferred Fallout 3, to be honest, because it concentrated more on story than it did on locations with a lot of verticality. Fallout 4 had a lot of verticality, which made it difficult to go through some of these places. Was it that body? Right, sorry, I've been ignoring everybody for a minute, sorry about that. Live chat just disintegrated. But yeah, I don't get many likes, I have noticed, so I know something's not quite right with people that are watching, they're not liking, so I have noticed, you know, maybe I should get more, I don't know. I think I just didn't play it well enough. That body with the formula is close to exit. Okay, because I don't know how much I've done this. I don't think this goes to the Glacial Ruins. Now the Glacial Ruins, I can never remember where the Glacial Ruins is. Because there's all kinds of ruins here. All icy. So I just don't know which ones lead where. Because I would say they got a little bit more complicated than this. There was lots of ups and downs. And so it was a little bit too much. If they do not reply, you cannot change your play. What do you mean, Go? Well, yeah, so it's a little bit tougher now. But we'll do a heavy blow. It's usually one hit. I'm collecting those just in case we haven't done the 50. You know, the 50 spears things. Right. So I don't know, do you prefer that I didn't do a silly voice and, you know, because you can understand me better? Or you just want to be normal like this? I won't always do it. And generally I'm not speaking like it all the time, so... Right, let me pick a way out. Oh, I've got some idea, and it has to be something that's in this area, isn't it? So let's do clairvoyance. Yeah, I just want to know why some people don't interact, really. You know, they just couldn't care less. They're just... But yeah, there are lots of these doors in this location, and so it's not just a simple case of just get out. There are lots of others. So a lot of players I noticed don't always search out every single one. I tried to, over the years, try and open all these, but it took me a very long time to unlock all these on my first go, and I'm still not 100% if I've done them all. But look, there's tons of them. All with looting, and I don't know if I've done them all. And it doesn't really help there, does it? You know, I think they overdid the ice thing on this. But with so many different ways you can go on this, this is why I found this DLC more confusing than before, because they tried to do more complicated dungeons and more complicated puzzles, and they were already, you know, pushing it for me already. But as you can see, we're taking a lot of damage. So this is generally why I don't do legendary, because it goes just that little bit too far. Whereas if I just ease back down, you know, this is, and I'm going to see, I'm still going to die. So I just find you too brittle if you go on legendary. You know, you're susceptible on expert. You're just really quite brittle. He's not on. No, he's not. He's not really. No, but the only reason I'm doing it is because I'm just showing that you can. We've got our assassins so far, so high now, that we can actually do it without being sneaky. Let me try and use up some of these. Because most of the time I'm not bothering to do all this stuff. See, all these regenerations, they're not fast enough. I've never found those good enough. Same with meals. They're absolute waste of time, most of them, because they take too long. See, this one, I must have accidentally boosted that far too high. Because I think the maximum you can do on the vanilla game, and you don't use a restoration loop, I think the highest is like 250 something, 280, something like that. That's the maximum you can do. But if you accidentally do a restoration one before, and you have got to swap between your armors, you know, things that you're wearing like rings and necklaces, Otherwise that breaks, won't work anyway. Right, okay, I think that'll do. But now it's kind of like much more manageable because you can kill them a lot quicker, and they're not quite so, you're not quite so brittle. So I generally, I don't know where he is. Oh dear, I just fell down there. Oh, this is another reason why I'm not a big fan of this. Also, it's because you can fall off and then you've got to go back and try and redo it all over again. That's another reason why I found these got a little bit too complicated and too vertical. Because there's so many different ways to go, I used to get confused by it. And they're very easy to fall off. So I don't know where I'm going now. So that's the only reason I, that's the only thing against this really, is they just got a little bit overly complicated. Very much like Fallout. Whereas in the first one, it was just the right amount. But there are many twists and turns in this, and many different doors. And to keep track of all of them, you've got a really bad map. And that's the problem with this. This is a problem with this whole game. Is the map is so bad at making you aware of where you are that you just can't work out where you got to go, because this tells me nothing. It's just a weird shaped blob with a load of stuff in there. No pathways, no nothing. I've got no idea what's there. But just the odd things show up like a bridge, which is like you can barely make out. It's really bad. If this was white, if this was black, or and this was white or something, it would have been so much easier. But they're trying to do like, oh, the lighter bit is one height, the darker bit is another height, the in-between bit is something else, and then it just all mushes together into just a confusing mess in the end. So yeah, there's lots of different pathways, lots of different doors. It was really confusing to can't keep up with it. That's why I struggled with this. When I first played it, I tried to go for every single one. Because I was always trying to get all the loot. And yeah, I just lost track of where I was all the time because the map was so bad. But when I did it the first time, it all gone very quiet. The map was much clearer, so I was able to work it out better. So I mean, all these different ways. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can you can see which way to go and all that kind of stuff, but it's still difficult because it's got to turn to the left, it's got to turn in down there. It's like you lose track of where you are unless you've mapped it out or you got a book which shows all that stuff. How are you ever going to work it out? It just got overly complicated. I think. It's cool because it's all bridges and that lot, but it's just a little bit too much, I thought. But anyway, that's me. I'm an old guy, so you kind of younger people, you like all the stuff, and you got better memories than I have, so you probably really like it. I think I picked up the formula, Ghost. Did I pick up a formula? If I got to go back. Where's the one I was doing? Is it that one? Can't find it now. Oh, we did that one. So we've done that. Well, yeah, I was trying to do Karstag, but I'm trying to find a way out here. I think the sound's gone. Oh yeah, hang on. Yeah, hang on. Okay, right. Yeah, the microphone came out. So, you know, because these kind of dangle all over the place, you know, they tend to get pulled out, which is, you know, why people tend to go for a headphone. What? Now you are now. But you know, see these headphones. You know, you can get some really good headphones at a really cheap price, right? But as soon as they become wireless, it's like, oh my god, they treble the price, and that's why I'm resisting earbuds, because they sell them for a ridiculous amount of money, far more than it costs to make it. I just think they ask too much of you. They must think we got dripping in money. They think, oh, just because it's wireless, oh, let's double and treble the price now. But basically it's almost the same components, but they just need a Bluetooth thing. How can just add in something that does Bluetooth? You know, an extra chip or something, and then suddenly it goes through the roof, the prices. It's because they're not stupid. They're going, oh yeah, for the extra accessibility, you know, you got to pay through the nose, mate. So that's why I haven't got wireless ones. But this is getting to the point now where it's just too easily pulled out. It's because they're very cheap. Yeah, I'm just going to get out because the glacial thing is really hard to. I cannot remember where it is, to be honest, where the Glacial Cave thing is. I don't know where it is. I've completely forgotten. I've only ever done it, I think, twice maybe in the entire, you know, 13 years. So I've no idea where it is. Oh, it's there. Well, okay, let's go there then. But unless you found it, I've no idea where it is. But yeah, again, this one's another one with all different heights, all different. I don't know. Just when it comes to heights and bridges and that, I was sick of them in Fallout 4. I used to dread going into Fallout 4 because it was like I've got to go up a lift or I've got to go up, keep going up. I mean, you just get when you do something vertically, it's much harder to get through than it is somewhat flat. So that's why I went mad on Dark Souls stuff, because it's all vertical. So it's a lot harder to navigate because, you know, along that whole way that you go, there's a door there, you know, something down here, something up. It's like, it just complicates you. But anyway, not going on about that. Right, okay, so we're back down Master, one hit kill. But that's because he's not aware, but if he is aware, look. So it's just surprising how just going from Master to Legendary, how much that changes. You can go from 1 hit to like 3 hit. So it's a little bit of a jump. This is why I generally don't do Legendary, except my most powerful character. Right, okay. So this skull here, and I didn't know this when I first played it, but because I'd done most of the rest of the game before I went into the DLC, I'd already got to that level. But you need this, and it only comes in, I think, I'm not sure what it is, but it's something like level, I don't know, is it 35 or 40? There's a certain level where you can, only then can you find this skull in this location. It will not appear before it. Alright, so let's see how we get on against Karstag. I won't do it on Legendary because he's you know, fiendishly difficult anyway. But let's see if we can do it. So if you go into the Glacial Cave and there's no skull there, you're not high enough level. Right, so now let's have a go at Karstag. Alright, so hope you're enjoying it today. But yeah, you know, if I did decide not to do Skyrim, would a lot of you leave? And obviously, you know, I enjoy all you people coming in. We've had a great time, but at some point, I have to kind of try and put something else. I want to try something else. I've been doing it since this Skyrim came out. I've always looked at other games, and every now and again I've gone to that other game and then come back to Skyrim. I've been doing that for a long time. Right then. You will only watch what you're interested in. Yeah, that's fair enough. So, and it's not because there's a little bit of maybe I'm slowly getting tired of playing Skyrim. There's a little bit of that, but I'll always come back. Because I've done a few characters now, I feel like I've rounded out a few characters. I know it's still not a lot. So, I'm getting to learn, I've learned stuff from each one, which will see me, it's kind of preparing me for the Elder Scrolls 6 so I can decide what I want to do. But I also want to give you more content, give you something a little bit different. We're going to do a hard save here. I want to do something a little bit different so that you people got a bit more of a choice. Now, I do want to replace The Witcher, to be honest. That's the one I want to place, but that game is going on a lot longer than I thought it was. It's a very big game and I find it slightly frustrating. Right, okay then. I will try and go sneaky, and I will try to watch my health and everything, but basically we're going to make sure we're going to go stay on master. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up. Again, that goes flying along. So let's like, I'll tell you what, we'll try it without it first. We won't do any enhancements, just go with our weapon, okay? So first of all, let me just check my weapon is strong enough. Alright, so let's make sure. So I mean, this kind of flicks around a bit. So that's my only drawback with this one, is it does flick around a lot. That's really what has put me off of doing this, is some, you know, it flicks around a lot. Alright, in case I try a bow, which I very much doubt it, we'll do a bow. Just check the others alright, just so I know what I'm doing. Right, so we'll do without any enhancements, just smithing and enchanting, nothing else, and see if it's possible to do it. Right, then what we've got to do is keep away. We do it in the shadows, but we've got to keep away from that basically. And I'm not going to use Laughing Ghost, but basically when that ice departs, we have to strike. So we're going to do that. One big hit. Right, okay, so now come the mist. It's not having any effect. Get out, says Ghost. Yeah, I get the feeling I gotta get out. So even though he's not doing that swirling mist, it still gets you. Is that what it is? Because I thought it was only when that mist was flying around that I was in danger. But it looks as though it's all the time. So I'm just trying to get, you know, 1 or 2 hits, but at the moment he doesn't seem to be taking any damage. So I hope we don't run out of stuff here, because there's no one. I don't know when to attack, because I'll usually go by the mist flying around. Oh, that's the time to retreat. So I may have to use regenerate, but I'll probably do it too fast, too slow. That's the trouble. Well, they always are. That's why I don't like potions in games, because they're too slow. Can we resist? Potion of resist? It's like, I want all the resistant things to be in one place, so that we're not having to go through several lots of resist shock. I just don't find that very satisfying. I have to. Shop it does it like this, really. So, I want to resist frost, really, don't we? I don't think we've got one. We've not got something that resists frost. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have to make ourselves weaker so that we can resist that frost. Alright, so this will make me weak, a little bit weaker, okay? But I've got no choice, because the other one, you know, it's just for bows. Right, and then let's, I may do a healing one, to be honest, because this is good, it's knowing when to strike, that's the trouble. I'm going to try one of these, because we don't get many chances to hit him, really. And really, this is about the closest that Bethesda ever got to doing a boss character. It's just the Ebony Warrior, this guy, and about one over. Where's the? We've got nothing to resist frost. Oh, I have, right. I don't think I've got many of those now. So yeah, even though I'm not there, he's still doing damage. So you know, I could do the laughing ghost, but if I can't get close enough to actually hit him, he doesn't seem to be taking any damage. So what I mean about regeneration, they're just too slow. Any game that does an RPG which puts in these kind of regeneration things, they are too slow to be effective. So don't put them in, please. Give us a potion. I know he's tough, but it's not even showing a health bar, Ghost. So I may have to use Laughing Ghost here because I can't get close to him. Because as soon as I get anywhere near him, he, I think he's recharging health, isn't he? Yeah, and that's how quick it kills you. So this is why, yeah, if I do master level, this is probably the most dangerous fight in the whole of Skyrim. This is the one that hurts you the most. He's much worse than the Ebony Warrior, I find, because he this frost absolutely decimates you. You resisted both. Yeah, if it doesn't do fire, and then he's not really going to do much to him. So let's try. So that does shock damage. That absorbs health, so and that's got a chance. So I'm going to do that one. So I'm going to do this one because it absorbs health, because that's probably about the best I have. Then we'll do another potion again. But yeah, they did destroy your health far too quickly. So that's what makes it really difficult. What's that 200 one? Let's do that one. Then do one-handed damage. So I'm beginning to wonder if that one-handed damage one is actually hitting me and damaging my health. I sometimes get the feeling that it's doing that. Yeah, I haven't got tons of these. I'm probably better off doing it to go invisible. Let me do that. Regenerate health is just too slow. Alright, and then we'll quick save that one. But as soon as I get anywhere near him, it just doesn't work. But as soon as I get anywhere close that I can hit him, he immediately does damage to me. Oh, there he goes. Okay, we got him. So that time, I was doing enough damage quickly enough that I was able to do it. So on that. So 36 times damage, yeah. So when you got a weapon which does 36 times damage, okay, plus your base damage is already 541, although I think the poison is still on there, so normally it's about 200 and something, about 250. Times that by 36, you got a very, very high number. And if you got a 50% chance of all those going off, although sorry, it's the wrong one, but this one absorbs health at the same time. Okay, alright, plus it had a chance of going off. And if one of those is the one that he's weak to, then that's probably why that did more damage. Okay, because it could do all three in one go, and that's why it may have hit there. So I managed to do it. So what I'm trying to do with each build is build a strong enough character so we can face the big guys in this game, get through them and most of the locations, so that I can say to myself, I've done a pretty good job at doing a build. So basically that's what it's all about. That's what I've been trying to do. I'm trying to improve my choice of builds and then go into my next Elder Scrolls game with different opportunities that I probably wouldn't have tried unless I did these builds. I probably would have done a sword and, a sword and shield, or I would have done like a spell sword, because I did a spell sword in Oblivion and a kind of spell sword in the second one. So I've only ever done that one build. The only one I did a stealth archer that I saw, that's a real good one, and this is the latest one. Okay, so we've killed Karstag. I would like to go to the level 80 challenge, because I always like to do those things, is do the top guys in the game, get most of the locations but not all of them, do a build which is fairly well fleshed out, but not worry about 100% in everything in the game. So let's go back here, because otherwise I won't be able to get another build in before the Elder Scrolls 6, which is probably about 2027. Alright, then I'm going to wait till morning. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like, subscribe button. See an old guy trying to work out Skyrim in different ways. Don't think I'm doing too bad a job, then give me a like. I mean, I don't know. Is it worth promoting people seeing me? Probably not. Alright, let's go to Hugin Ice Shaper's Notebook. I love the names they give, don't I? Right. Craft a piece of jewelry. Oh, that's for that. Oh yeah, this is a Creation Club one. So I'm not going to worry too much about this one, because that is a Creation Club one. Right, which I'm not really concentrating. I'm only doing Creation Club with one character, and that is on my Xbox. So I'm not really too worried about, you know, I've done the odd one, but I don't want to concentrate on it. So I'll get rid of that one, that's just a new one. Now we're kind of a little bit struggling on what to find. So we've got to find, somebody's had their thing, I think that's the Creation Club one. We'll try speaking to Gunmar, but we've got to go back to the map. So yeah, if you are watching and you're not interacting, is it that you're just a person who just likes to watch and just see what they do? If so, that's fine, because I do that as well. Or are you someone that you know, you like to make a comment, like you don't like something, you didn't watch, I watched for a certain time, then I switched off because, you know, just give me some feedback so I know, you know, a better way of doing things maybe. I generally like to have a little bit of fun, so that's probably knocked me back a bit. But we're trying to get this quest to work, and basically so far it's locking us out of a whole Dawnguard thing, because we can't get past Gunmar coming back to the place, so we're kind of stuck. So every now and again I come and do this one in the hope, again I'm going to fast forward it again, in hope that one day it works. And we get rid of that, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you don't like the voice, if you don't like a character voice, please tell me you don't like it, because if nobody tells me they don't like it, I don't know whether it's worth me, you know, I'll probably continue doing it. I won't do it from everyone, and I don't speak that way all the time, but I just like doing it just to give a little bit of flesh to the character when we're in conversations. Gunmar, I know it's the 20th time I've asked you.
Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself. You have my thanks.
It seems to say
You've
all the
helped
right
me,
things.
So I suppose the least I can do is find out what Isran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's beacon, I assume.
See, so he's answering in the correct way, but he's not moving from this spot outside.
Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself.
So he is acknowledging that he's done it, so we ought to see Isran, but he doesn't move.
Do is find out what
so I don't know how to
Isran
get
wants.
this guy
He's still
out.
at that fort near Stendar.
I've been trying to push him out, to be honest. But you could be right, Ghost, I killed the bear, but it does seem a bit odd. It ought to be whether he does it or you do it, but I've tried pushing him out the door. I think he just goes back in again, or he ends up just outside. So I've been trying to push him up, basically. Keep going there, boy, keep going. You probably go back in after. It's good that you can push him, isn't it? Some games they just walk through them. Because, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind doing Avowed. It's not as strong as Skyrim, Avowed, but it's, you know, it's, for combat, you did not give my response. To what? Sorry, did I miss something, Goose? Sorry about that. Right. Oh, what, to Gratz? Yeah, no, I did see it, Goose. Did I not say thanks? Yeah, I did see the, you know, 4,000 thing is, and it's 36 times. Oh, to his talking. Yeah, I listened to his talking, but he's not. He's saying he's going to go back to see Isran, but he's not actually leaving the cave. So I'm speaking to him. I'm waiting so that I don't cut him off. But he's
Don't
not.
know how well I'd have managed by myself. You have my thanks. You've helped me, so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Isran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's beacon, I assume.
But yeah, Zara not coming up with. Oh yeah, I see. It doesn't seem to
Don't
be
know
coming
how
up
well I'd
with.
have managed by myself. You have my thanks.
Not coming up with my
You've helped
option,
me,
is it?
so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Isran. Don't know
Maybe
how
I'll
well I'd
kill
have
him.
managed by myself. You have my thanks.
But yeah, it just
You've
won't
helped
go
me,
to the next
so
stage,
I suppose
will
the
it?
least I can do is find out what Isran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's beacon.
So I
assume.
don't know. I'm kind of giving up with this. This is why I kind of. Yeah, my response is not showing. Yeah, and it's all because I possibly did the bear, so I can't really get. What I might do is take off the the unofficial patch, because that fixed the other one. It's just a shame that you put something on which is supposed to fix all the problems with the game, and yet it doesn't. So I don't know what why are these things not finishing? Well, I'm gonna do a. So I'm just trying to get the map. There's two ways of doing the map, so it kind of confuses me. I'm gonna put a marker here because there's other locations around there. So I'm gonna head to that one. He asks you for help with the bear, so if you or he makes a kill, it should. Yeah, I know, and I think I have done it where I did help him kill it. I did kill it, and it progressed, and because I've done it on vanilla on the 360, and I've done it vanilla on the special edition, and both times it worked. So it's only since I've put mods on where things have gone wrong.
That's close enough.
Right, I'll leave the horse dangling up there for a minute. Well, okay, we're up against, oh dear, up against, real problems now. So yeah, mages, they take terrific damage, give us terrific damage. Right, okay, so I'm going to put this on. Yeah, you're right. Right, what are they firing at me? Is it shock? So I have actually got that one on, but one of them, so that looks like shock. The other one could be fire. So we obviously can't do both. So I may have to put the things that protect against frost somewhere. I've got one with frost somewhere. But as you can see, I've got my armor ratings dropped. Yeah, so I'm just seeing if I've got one for the other. So I got two things, but I'm looking for like a ring or something which might protect me against it. See, that one's got frost, which is I'm wearing. So I could do that as well. It means I'll be all over the place with armor rating. Yeah. Right. Okay. So there's frost and there's fire. So I think one of them is. Or I could do that one. So I'm just seeing if I've got one to cover the other one. Yeah, that's shock. See, I can't do both. Oh yeah, I didn't even get a chance to. So this is why mages are such a problem in this game. If you haven't got any resistance to it, then they can very quickly destroy you. Which is why I generally have gone down the route of let's hit them with a weapon, because that's the fastest way of doing it. So it's a little bit tricky. God, I got to think the UI all the time. There's two different ways of doing the UI here. So let me do say that one. I want to see if I can get a soul gem. Yeah, my resistances are low. That is the trouble. I agree. That's the one thing I haven't done with this character. I haven't got many resistances to anything. I've got poison, I think. I've got mostly poison. But I haven't got resistances to magic because I haven't invested in it. So I say let's summon Karstag. We'll go in sneaky this time. This is why I like to go for like adept or next one up. Somewhat uncomfortable without the risk that I might not see my health. That's generally I die because I don't see my health. So that is why I generally don't go too high on the levels, because I know I'm always going to fall to that mistake. So if I was better at doing that, then I could comfortably go up the levels a lot more and stay there. Maybe from the beginning of the game, but because I always get caught out by it every single time, I don't see it until too late, or I just do that one extra hit, and that's why I do tend to die mostly. Is I just miss it. That's the one thing I haven't been able to do is just think that little bit quicker about my health. So we'll try and come in and catch them unawares. Although that thing will get me, won't it? Right, there's one there, let's get rid of it. Yeah, I could do ghost, but I'm going to do it the silent method. Predator, I know. Incendiary, something like that. Right, okay. This is where I like to use. Right, see, I got two different ways of me going to this magic thing, so I tend to struggle which one shall I press. Right, Oral Whisper, which is Oral Whisper, that one. I can remember a couple of them, what they're under. I was under there, innit? I'll do Oral Whisper because it's not. You can do this with a little bit of range and still get away with it. Why can't I pick that up? Right, just there. So yeah, you see, just that hit she did get me with took a huge chunk out of me. I haven't got to the stage where I've got enough protection for this character because I've been working on everything else to make this a deadly assassin, and that's come at the cost of armor. And the only trouble with my builds is I tended to concentrate it on the skill and not so much about defense, and that's the only trouble, especially Necra and Necromancer and this one. I haven't done so much on defense, whereas with Eowyn we made sure we had enough defense. A little bit slow at doing Saruman, and Frandorf we were very poor. Oh right, it's expert, is it? I wasn't really noticing. I wasn't noticing where it was going there. Is it there? Sorry, I didn't realise it was an expert one. I was only half bothering really. There we go. Once I lock in I'm alright, but sometimes I forget for a bit. Oh, look at all this lot. I'll borrow that one. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying not to do the voice today in case people don't like it. If I get a sudden rush of likes, I know that was probably a positive move. Right, let's do a little bit of some different locations. Let's go and do a dragon up there. Although, wait a minute. Is this an entrance to something? Yeah, I can't seem to pick these up for some reason. But they do generally point in a certain direction, so if you can just go to the side of it, that's it, you know. It's an easy way of doing it. Oh, what's this place here? Ah! Sorry. I'm trying not to do the voice today. But if you miss it, please let me know. Right. I'll pick up. I generally just hit the pick up button, but maybe I'll be a bit more selective. Anybody else get fed up when they see that? I'll leave those. Oh, there's one place where there's something on the floor with a dead person and a dagger, and there's a special dagger. But I can't remember which one it is. Right, am I locked out of this because I haven't got a quest? I can't see a way in. So yeah, my oil drops have run out of. In fact, sometimes now when I put them in, it makes me eye water too much. But I'm practically out. All I'm using is my old ones that I used just to moisten the eyes, but it doesn't moisten it and it doesn't last long. So I don't think that particular one is very good. It's just, I looked at a few ones, and this was one that did it for longer, so I thought that'd be a good option, but it doesn't seem to be as good as the one that I got from the eye, the eye hospital. Yeah, what dungeon is this? Yeah, I'm trying to fight with the UI all the time. I thought it was just here, but it didn't show up anything. God, because I've got this UI which changes it a bit. It's kind of throwing me a little bit. It didn't discover it, but it might be it's just that, yeah, it was by this stone here. Hopefully the microphone's still. Oh, it could be. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I was down here, I think. Yeah, it was this one here that we just went to. And then I went up here. So I don't know what this is. This just might be associated with just this place. Because it's not actually coming up with a location here, but it could be, yeah, like you said, it could be quest related, so it's not unlocking. Alright, sorry about that. Generally, I don't edit the videos. Unless, you know, there's like half an hour of me just wandering around backwards and forwards and I'm not progressing anywhere. That's the only time I'm editing, and I'm going through Frandolph's. So if people do go back to that one, which didn't really pan out to be the greatest, you know, because that was, you know, when I first did it, I didn't really advance that character enough as well, so I did make a lot of mistakes with Frandolph because it was my first time at doing a true kind of mage, so I did make a lot of mistakes in it, and one of them was also, again, not looking after her armour. Generally, I'm doing the armour as well as concentrating on the skills, but I haven't been doing it so well this time because I think I'm trying to go through the game a little bit quicker maybe. Right, this is Gromm's Pass. So hopefully this is not Creation Club 1. Right, let's sneak in here and find out what's at Gromm's Pass. Okay, so yeah, I haven't got much to eat. I'm trying to drink plenty of water because it's a bit warm. Right, this one is a Creation Club 1. Alright, so I won't do this one unless you want me to, but you know, this one gives you some new weapons, it gives you some different enemies, because it gives you goblins, and it gives you a boss battle and whatever. So if you don't want me to do this, I won't do it. So would you like to see a Creation Club 1 or not? That's basically what it is. I don't mind. I've done some of them with what I've been playing on Xbox, and I may have done a couple with a couple of my characters. I've just done one or two of them because I just like getting the different choices in it. You know, different like weapon. You know, and although they may not be good for this character, because I think this one's a staff, but it kind of brings goblins from Oblivion back into this, and basically that's what a lot of these are. They're trying to bring a little bit of Oblivion into Skyrim, which is not a bad thing because I loved Oblivion. Because when it comes to guilds, it did guilds better. It didn't flesh them out so much, but there was much more you had to do than you can do in Skyrim. Skyrim, some of them are a little bit, they cut short pretty quick. Like the Thieves Guild, for instance, that's over pretty quickly. And you know, the same with the companions. There's not long. Once you've done the first couple of missions, then you get the main one, and then you can very quickly go through it, and you know, you can very quickly get through them. Whereas in Oblivion, they tend to be much longer before you progressed through the guilds, so it seemed a lot more true to life. And I think that's why people like the guild ones more, Skyrim, because they're fleshed out more. And although the mechanics aren't the greatest in the world, then they've advanced on other areas with Skyrim. That's one of the sides. It was things that was really good about Oblivion. They had lots of content. You felt like you had to progress, take your time to get through it before you got to a level where you got the big stuff. So it was a lot more natural way of doing it. And by the way, yeah, I think we should also praise Ken Rolsten. Ken Rolsten did, I think it was Fallout 3, Oblivion. Sorry, not. I don't think he did. Not sure if he did Fallout 3, but Morrowind and. So I'm going to die here, aren't I? And Oblivion especially, and set up, I think, some of it for Skyrim. He is a guy who was a Dungeons and Dragons quest designer kind of person. He knew about dragons and dungeons. I'm not going to get past this, am I? And he set the whole structure of the Elder Scrolls. He's the guy that laid out everything. So the lore, the how they were going to proceed. He laid out a structure from which the game could be made, and then he left the developers to construct quests for those things. So he did all the groundwork to set how those games worked. And he came from a Dungeons and Dragons type experience, and so that's why there's a Dungeons and Dragons type feel to the early games. But as Bethesda gradually wanted to move away from that, because it's a niche thing. For Dungeons and Dragons is a niche thing. Not everybody likes it. So they wanted to open up to more people. So Ken Rolsten left, and I don't know whether that's because he was pushed out or whether he just saw them go in a different way and he didn't want to be part of it, and that's probably what it is. Well, it looks like this one's very difficult to get to. So excuse me if I go mountain climbing. So I'll probably cut this bit out. Right, okay, here we go then. Oh look! It's a frosty thing here. I haven't noticed me yet. Typically going after that thing. Aha! This is one of those isn't it? Is this one of those in the maps? Actually, let's look at the map one minute. Is this one of those map ones? Yeah, you can make it go faster by doing that. Is any of these this particular location? No. No, I know 4 is that. No, it's not. Okay, so yeah, I also haven't been looking for all the maps either. That's kind of one side of the game. I haven't really been, I haven't bothered too much about the maps and things. Oh dear, he was burnt. I'll have that. You notice the plants are, they're not flat. They're 3D. So these are a mod I put on. I quite like that. If you explore a bit more, you'll eventually get another mask. Yeah. Okay, so let's go here, which could be the one where there isn't a dragon. Right, this is Forelhost. Now this leads into a nice. This is a nice quest one, isn't it? Which I think there's somebody in there that you meet. I can't remember if this one you need to start a quest first, or whether this is one where, you know, the person's already here. So we'll start this one, but I may continue it next week.
You there! As an officer of the Imperial Legion, I require your assistance to complete my mission.
What mission?
The General has sent me to obtain a powerful weapon for the war effort. This was the last great bastion of the Dragon Cult, and their leader's mask was reported to be quite powerful.
Is this a Creation Club one? What can you tell me about it?
It seems that after the strength of the cult was broken in the Dragon War, a last contingent came here to create a stronghold and regroup. King Harold's forces crushed stragglers here during the First Era, and it has been haunted ever since. But the specifics of the siege are unclear.
I can't remember, because I know Forelhost is in the normal game, but yes, but sometimes these Creation Club ones add a little bit more content to it. What can you tell me about the Dragon Cult?
They were among the first men to arrive from Atmora, and they worshipped certain animals as avatars of the gods, dragons being foremost. And for their bloody sacrifices, the dragons gifted their priests with terrible power. But their cruelty was too great for men to bear, and they rose up in what would be called the Dragon War, and the cult swept from the land.
See, I don't mind a Creation Club one if it adds something to a normal location, because it just fills it out more and gives you more of a story, and adds a weapon as well maybe. So I don't mind it when it does that, but when it's like just one where just go here, find this thing, and that's it, then it isn't quite so good. General Tullius never mentioned you.
Oh, well, of course they disavow all knowledge. Spies are everywhere. Are you going to help me with my mission? I need someone very capable.
So what if I help the cause?
Very good. The research I've done seems to indicate that Skorm Snowstrider left part of his journal here after laying siege.
I'm gonna nick it anyway. Bottoms up. He doesn't mind.
It should indicate how to enter the blocked off sections of the stronghold.
I'm having your cheese, mate. Right, so that's the Dragon Cult. So yeah, see, it's got Raghot in there. Okay, who's red hot. So this is a nice dragon priest, and that's what dragon priests were. They were like servants of the dragons or something. I mean, I don't know. I'm a bit sketchy about all that stuff, because I forget. If I learn some of that stuff, I tend to forget it. So I can't like keep it in my head all the time. But because this one adds that, and it's a really unique outfit, which is like a little bit of a throwback to say Morrowind. So I don't mind it when it adds something.
I should warn you, Forelhost is
the
quite
previous
haunted,
games.
but I'm sure you can handle it.
So
return to me here once you've obtained the staff.
So what I might do is save this for next week, because this is going to take a little while. So I think what I'll do is, we've unlocked this location. Okay, that's why I'm following the map. Right, we've unlocked the location. Alright, so let me... Oh, I can't... Is there honestly an enemy here? There can't be an enemy here. So... What? There's no enemies in this area. And yet for some reason, I can't see, this is what annoys me about Elder Scrolls, is they have to do better on the sneak option, because there's nothing within 10 miles of us probably, but there's some fish or bird somewhere. And that's preventing us from doing that, because I want to move from this location to somewhere else, because this could take a little while to do. Alright, but because it's in our location, it just adds a little bit to it, which I don't mind doing. Right, so yeah, it looks like now I can't. But yeah, I do get sick of this, where this, although, you know, this sneak mechanic isn't bad in Skyrim, it needs improving. Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't do it in 15 minutes. So I'm trying to. It's like, honestly, I'm invisible. I can't be seen, but something in the far distance is. And it's the same with the guards. They like chase you for about 5 miles. It just don't make sense. Yeah, the only chance I got is probably take a potion of invisibility, but because some bird has spotted me, it will make that so that it won't work anyway, because, you know, he's already spotted you, he knows where you are. It just don't make sense. So yeah, they definitely need to up there. I think they should change the Unreal Engine 5, that's my opinion. You know, once they fix it with CD Projekt Red and make it so it's better for open worlds, then they ought to switch to it, because it's easier to program. It's easier to do handcrafting. It's just easier all around. So right, let's try a potion. But again, yeah, I'll do this, and it's like still I'm invisible, and yet I can't move. So I do get annoyed with this, because I know games used to do stealth fantastically, and then over the last few years nobody seems to do stealth anymore. It seems to be totally useless. So who is the enemy here? So I can't get anywhere now. I can't go anywhere. All because of this stupid mechanic. I'm invisible here. I'm invisible, look. So how can anything detect me? So I just think the creation engine is just lacking in too many areas. It may be great for modern, but it's just not the greatest engine in the world at all. It's just good for what they want, but you know, it's just been stuck with it forever. And an old thing they just keep updating, which, you know, it has never been the greatest engine in the world, but it was good for doing what they wanted. But yeah, it looks like, right, okay, finally. So we'll place a marker there. That's where we're going next week, and I'll just do something quick that I can do in about 10 minutes. Alright? That's what I was trying to do. So I think there is one, a miscellaneous one here. Kill the bandit. There. So let's go there, kill that, and that'll do. Alright? And, you know, if you enjoyed it, well, you could hit the like button. You know, if you want me to get more subscribers, subscribe. If you don't, then don't. I'll leave it entirely. I won't go on about that. I'll make it daytime, because I like it so you can see, because this thing's a bit too dark at the moment. Until I clear out all those mods and redo them all over again, which is going to really irritate me, because I don't have a lot of time and I don't want to be spending hours sorting mods out. It's just too depressing.
This here's a toll road, see? You're going to have to hand over, say, 200 gold if you want to use our road.
Oh, come on, lady. Why don't you let me through, otherwise I'll kill you.
You know, now that I think of it, that sounds fair.
Yeah, you wait to see turns her back.
Shove off before the others notice.
Just take some money off of me. I didn't appreciate that, soldier. Well, I took 3 hits there. That's because I didn't really put much effort in. Yeah. Can I take it off them? Cheeky monkey, right, we'll just go in there, kill that guy, get out. Unless of course you want them, right, there's a little lock there. Oh no, the more because I've been playing Skyrim the last 4 years with different characters, I've slowly seen the weaknesses in the creation engine, a bit like everybody else really. So this is why I would like them to go for a better engine, either the Decimate engine, which is quite capable, or I'm not sure if it's going to do so much on pathing, not quite sure about that. But it didn't have huge amounts of pathing in, I don't know. But yeah, pathing is in Unreal Engine 5, so a lot of the things that were not in, were not in there, which held back Unreal Engine 5, are now in there. And the next one is going to be performance, so they are getting there and making it easier for open world games. So I'm just going to do this, try and do this as quick as I can. Stop this bloke singing, he's getting on my nerves. This one exception does it basically. So I've another one somewhere. Get on my nerves, to be honest. I'll get a max sort of speed. But yeah, these guys, no problem at all. Lockpick, move. Right, we're just going for the main guy here. And that'll be our 3 hours today. I don't know, I would like to do Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I wouldn't mind doing Avowed. I don't think Avowed is on PlayStation, so I probably can't do that. But Avowed is it's less focused on, it doesn't have guild, what they call it a action-packed. It's like an action-packed RPG, as opposed to, is a more, well, they say a more trim experience, but I think what they mean is they didn't put enough effort in, but it's a bit lacking on, say, depth. But for like an action adventure game, it's not bad, and it gives you tons of options, and it has that kind of Skyrim kind of thing where you can build any build you like. So it has all that goodness in it. And it's got, it's a loot fest, just like Skyrim, so it does all that stuff as well. So wherever you go, you'll be rewarded for going out of your way to find stuff. So it's good in that way. So I don't know, I just would like to have a go on it. I'm just doing I had a little go of it yesterday just to remind myself about it. They've done a few quality of life things to it as well, which has made it even better. So I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of Avowed. I don't know whether it'll be probably won't be as popular because it's not going to be as good. But I don't know, it's just a fun action-packed kind of. It's pretty good at what it does. In some jobs, but it's not so good on the story. Having outstanding quests. It's looking a bit lacking, but it's not it's not terrible. It's really quite adequate, really. Which is, I don't know, is that good enough? Probably not. But I don't know. It just gives me all those options, which I kind of like in games. Is like gives you a wide variety of stuff, so you can do all different kinds of builds. That's why I want to do it. It's because we're going to be able to do builds on it. And it's got some nice powers and some nice skills as well. So I'll just do that. But anyway, that's what it is. I wouldn't mind doing that, and I wouldn't mind, maybe doing. Is he up here? He is. And I want to do Kingdom Come Deliverance. I had it for my birthday, and I haven't played it yet. All I've done is have a little practice just to see what it was like, just to see if the combat was any good. Because I didn't. The first one I didn't mind, but the combat was really difficult, and I couldn't get that to work. very well at all, so I was not very good at it. So I kind of stopped doing that because it was so tricky to do. But this one is improved it in every single way, so it should be a lot more interesting. Hasn't got any magic there, that's the only downside. Right, a light blow will try. And that's enough. But with basic enemies, we can one-shot even on master level. So I'll take that. I'll take that. Is that a whole set of Daedric? Tempted to take all that. Not going to take that, but I'm going to take that. Tough luck, mate. You're just not up to it, Sonny. Bow Malediction. Is that a... I don't think that is a special... Hasn't got a name, has it? Malediction. Is that one of those special ones? No, it's just that. Okay, it's got to be named for me to be interested. Right, if you jump over here... I don't believe there's anything over there. I don't know why they've done that. Why do they do this bit? Anybody know? It's like just a pleasant little thing to jump into. That's all it is. But don't forget the book at the back there, the skill book. The Black Arrow. Okay, so that kind of just see us out of this this kind of play today. So I hope you enjoyed it. I thought I'd try and do it less of the you know, the city voice today. Right, I generally look around just to see if there's any locations, because I think that's the one we're going for next time, isn't it? That one over there. So let's have a look, and that should be... Maybe not. Where was the one that I... Oh no, I can't find it. Oh, where was that place we had to go? Oh, we've got to collect a bounty, by the way. Yeah, there. Right, where was that? There, okay, right. Okay, so we've got that. So what I'll do is I'll go back, take this back. We'll just quickly go back, take this back, and then that'll do for today. So just got to collect the bounty. That's what I do, these little bounty ones, just kind of finish off it in the 5 minutes. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. As I say, I'm not sure what to do. Whether to, I don't want to drop Skyrim, but I want to try other games, and because The Witch is going to take a while, which is why I was trying to rush through it. It's probably a bad idea.
Wait, I know you.
You know, but at the time I didn't have anything else, and I wanted to give you a different choice of RPG. But there you go. Right, I'll hand this in. I'll probably get about 100 for it. Although we'll take the other one off first, because you don't want to be confused, do you? I've been back at here. I have. So I'm not sure what to do. Whether to do that or not.
Standing around.
I prefer to you know, stop doing The Witcher. You know, I have a couple of... The only issues I have with The Witcher is an excellent game. For quests, for you know, the way they progress, excellent. It looks amazing. It's a huge world. It's got fantastic DLC, but it's a very long game, and he's very much just sword. And I think that's the big weakness of the whole thing is it's just sword or crossbow. And some magic, and really so all you can do is you can concentrate more on the magic, or you can concentrate a bit more on the sword. So, but apart from that, there's no reason, I suppose, to go back and do it again, unless you want to improve the magic, say, and get that to be a lot more effective and use that instead of using the sword. But basically that's it. So you don't get like, oh, there's 20 different ways I can play a character. There are different options, so it's a little bit weak on that.
Jarl Balgruuf. Excellent.
And
done us a great
that's the one bit
service.
where Skyrim
Here is your
excels.
reward.
And Avowed also excels in that. But
Enjoy your visit
yeah,
to Dragon's Reach.
Avowed is not as extensive as Skyrim, so it's not as good as Skyrim. The trouble was they rushed through it. Because of the development time for it changed a couple of times, because they were thinking about doing multiplayer, and because then they decided to stop doing multiplayer and go back to single player, the whole focus of the game shifted, and instead of going all in on what they were originally going to do, which is a single player, it changed to multiplayer, which completely changed the dynamic, and then they had to wind it back and change it back to single player, and that messed up their, the time that they wanted to spend on the game, and they end up having to kind of just get out of the door kind of thing. Whereas if they just stuck to one thing, it would have been an excellent Skyrim replacement. So because of the rush at the end, because the development time was a little bit too long because of this multiplayer thing, which is what they're all doing, that is what is ruining games. Is because they're trying to go down this multiplayer route, which nobody wants, apart from people who like multiplayer games. But most people like RPGs because they got a good story, a good hook. There's something good about them. There's lore, there's all that kind of stuff.
Wait, I know you.
Whereas multiplayer
There's
isn't.
a rift here
So that's why it's not so good. So because of that development thing where they kept changing their things, that's what's messing up the industry, is they keep trying to go for multiplayer, then they don't change it and try and rush it out, and then it comes out terrible, and that's why we're getting problems. So I thought Avowed was going to be an absolute Skyrim challenger, but because they had to change focus halfway through, they had to reset, start all over again, and it completely ruined it. Because of Microsoft, decided to, they wanted us done a certain way. Okay, so thank you all for coming in today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If so, I'll have a look through and write down your name, and make sure I say that in the chat. So let me just have a look at the last bits of chat and see what it goes. So it goes. Claw's been a backy, yeah. She had no cash. Yes, she did. Unload, unsell. Tower leads to this direction. Go back to the ruined tower. So yeah, well, but yeah, and it is a Creation Club one. So I don't mind it if it's part of a quest. If you had, if you silent watchers like Ray play, give them a thumbs up. Yeah. It would be nice if you could.
Divine smile.
Wow, that's a cool. So normally, you see, we're using this. We're a kitty. We're a little kitty, and we're look how tight that is. We're tight physique. Oh, and there is some special gloves, by the way. The tumble something gloves, which I can't remember how you get hold of it. Well, I think my original character got it. They're especially for lock picking, which I'm not really that interested because I'm good at it. Alright, so thank you all for watching. Let me just read out the names.
I'm the commander of the
Hope you
guard
enjoyed
here
it.
in Whiterun.
Do you mind if I just stop you there, mate? So let's put my glasses on. So thanks Ghosts for coming in. So yeah, I'll probably lose, if I did stop doing Skyrim, which, if I did stop doing Skyrim, I'm always going to go back to it, because I always have. But doing that since Skyrim came out, before they come out. So I'll always go back, but I wouldn't mind giving it a break and trying something else. So I'm toying with the idea of maybe, but I'm trying to do the Witcher 3 and get that one out of the way so that I can put the game in I want to play, which is Kingdom Come Deliverance. I want to see what it's like. If that doesn't quite live up to what I want, then I'll replace it with Avowed. So I'm trying to get one of those two games in, and I don't know, I'm not sure if Skyrim's going to move or not really sure. I haven't made up my mind yet, so I'll think over it over the next sort of months. So thanks Ghost57, thanks for helping me out as usual. It's always nice, although I know you might have got at me sometimes and say I don't listen. I really appreciate you coming in, because you really do help me sometimes focus on what I should be doing, so you do help. So thanks for all your help, Ghost. Thanks again, Mulgana. Thank you very much for coming in, Mulgana. Sorry I didn't give you a thumbs up, Ghost. Jeffrey Giordano, thank you, Jeffrey. I can't remember what the comment you was now, but thank you, Jeffrey, for coming in. It's always nice to see you. Neptunescape, thank you very much for coming in as well. And to Ignatio Benigno, probably completely wrong. Thank you very much. So, feeble attempt at that. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Next stream will be Tuesday with Oblivion, which I know Ghost is not interested in. I don't know, I just... Oh, Hulk Hogan passed away. Oh, that's what it was. Oh, I thought Hulk Hogan was like a... I thought I'd heard that before, but I couldn't quite remember. Oh, he passed away, did he? Oh, what a shame. There's somebody else passed away the other day as well. Who was it? Oh, God, there's somebody else that passed just the other day. I can't think who it was now, but it's a couple of people that have passed on. It's like, oh, so condolences to the families for those people that died. Over the last couple of days, a couple of people have died, and yeah, what a shame. Really great people too. So thanks for saying about that, Jeff. I didn't realise you meant that at the time. Hulk Hogan, what a fun person he was. Okay, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Tuesday with Oblivion Remastered, and Thursday with The Witcher. I'm still kind of struggling to get through, and then back to Skyrim, which I know fairly well. Alright, I'll see you all next time. Have a great day, have a good weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everybody, and yeah, my eye test very soon, so and then hopefully I can go for this one, because, you know, do this and it's out of focus and it's yellowy, whereas that is crystal sharp. You know, look at that. Everything's sharp, wherever I look it's sharp, only it's not sharp when I'm there. So I'll see you all next time. Bye everybody, and I'll see you later. Bye. Thank you for coming in, and all the people that liked and subscribed, thank you very much. Bye for now, and I'll see you Tuesday. Bye.